The following is a presentation of The Day.
As we look down on the beautiful Palmer Field and the campus of Stonington High School, it's time for another edition of Friday Night Lights in the ECC. Tonight, the undefeated 3-0 Windham Whippets travel all the way here to Stonington to play the 2-1 Stonington High School Bears in what should be a battle of contrasting styles and an entertaining game for all. The action here live on Game Day. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. Located in Waterford, where your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today at Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or book now. Game Day also brought to you by Philomena's. It's always game day at Philomena's, southeastern Connecticut's go-to for destination events, fine food, and great atmosphere. Offering an all-new brunch menu, wing and drink specials, and live music, Philomena's provides the premier atmosphere for viewing all your college and pro football. Stop in and see Mike or Sarah. Hey, say hi to Mo. Say hi to Todd. Sit at the brand-new bar. Reserve your party in one of the 3 private dining areas. Everyone is family at Philomena's. Casey O'Neill here at Stonington High School. We are awaiting the arrival of the coach, Pasta Sanabria, but there on the field, it is youth football night, youth football and cheer night here at Stonington High School. So you see an assortment of the Bears youth program players as well as the Bear youth cheerleaders. And tonight, Windham coming in at 3-0 provides a very contrasting style to what Stonington does on their side of things. Windham at 3-0 opened the season in what we thought was going to be the prototype for much of their success this year, a 12-7 victory over Notre Dame Prep. Then they went to New London in an early test, and everybody was sort of curious how they would stack up against the New London offense with all that speed and all that weapons. Well, Windham flipped it on them and scored 42, beating the Whalers 42-28, and Malachi Fowler said, hey, we're the ones that dropped the 40. Pay attention to us. They rebound the next week, and they say, listen, we did 42. Let's go 49. And they beat Griswold 49-35. Now, you've seen Griswold here on game day. That team can absolutely score. So Windham taking a different approach, averaging 34 points a game, which is unusual where the Whippets are typically a ground-and-pound defensive team. On the other side of things, the Stonington Bears at 2-1, but it's interesting, if you look at week 1, they lost to Killingly here, 68-16. That kind of skews all of the numbers moving forward because they come back and they throttle Woodstock, 59-26. They come back and throw 42 on Quinnebog Valley in a 42-19 victory. So 59-42, 42-49. The last 2 games for these 2 teams, there's been a ton of points on the board. So who's going to show up tonight? Is it going to be the offensive firepower we've seen on both sides of the ball? Is it going to be the Windham defense that throttled New London in their victory there? Can Stonington stay diverse and eclectic in their offensive plan? And can they stop Windham? It's going to be a battle between 2 of the ECC's finest players. Malachi Fowler, Mr. Everything at Windham on one side, and the future voice of game day, Patrick McGugan, on the other side of things for Stonington. And it's in this situation today that I think we're really going to find out what both of these teams are made of. This is the quarter post of the season. We're almost halfway through, and then postseason possibilities for both teams. So as we head to the halfway mark, these are the 2 teams trying to figure out exactly what they are. As you see the Bears heading through the banner. I always feel like that's a lot of work for a banner to just get torn in half, but if you see a lot of pink out there, of course, all the schools turning their attention to breast cancer awareness and think pink. And they are number 40 right up in front, Patrick McGugan, the leader of this Stonington team. So we're expecting a good one. We're expecting a diverse set of styles. But more importantly, we're expecting a game that is going to give us a blueprint for the rest of the ECC. There's your Whippet, and there's your Patrick McGugan, PMG. He's a premier player in the conference, both sides of the ball. And with these two schools, another thing you're going to see that doesn't exist everywhere is two-way players. You're going to see the best players of Windham going on both sides of the ball, and you're going to see the best players on Stonington. For Windham, the captains about to head out. Darian Jenkins, number 8. Number 71 is Mackenzie Vilche. Number 51 is the aforementioned Malachi Fowler. 21 is Julian Cruz, and 44, Big Asael Garcia Rodriguez. For Stonington, 40 is the aforementioned Patrick McGugan. Number 3, Cooper Light. Number 50, Aiden McCarthy. And number 7, Maddox Massengale. So the captains head out for the coin toss. And I think first possession will say a lot, regardless of who gets the football tonight, as to which way these two teams are headed. Hands are shaken, or shook, or shaked. They touched hands is where I'm going with all this. And we'll have the coin toss.
He comes to get away from the hurl, she gets away from him. I'm not sure what it is.
That's your coin. There's your heads. There's your tails. Windham, you're the visiting team. Call it in the air for me, please. Somebody else heads or tails. We're going to go over. Let's see what it is. It was whatever they didn't call. So McGugan says, do we want the ball? Do we want the ball? No, we're going to defer. No, we want the ball. So they're going to defer. They're going to defend over there. So Stonington actually is going to receive. And Windham is going to kick from that direction. So all of the pregame festivities are in the books. And we are moments away from a kickoff here at Palmer Field.
Stonington will receive, defend the south end zone. Windham will...
Stonington will have the ball first. We'll get a chance to see that vaunted Stonington offense and the Fowler-led defense. We'll be right back with the kickoff after the national anthem.
Please remove your hats.
Sometimes they're here, sometimes they're there. Joanna, I'm impressed.
Moments away here from kickoff at Palmer Field on the campus of Stonington High School. Windham and Stonington, all the action live on game day. Casey O'Neill and the game day crew as the Stonington High School Bears in the home brown and gold with the gold helmets will be receiving the football. Windham in the road white with the maroon helmets will kick it off. And the Whippets and Bears will get it underway. Windham coming off that 49-35 victory over Griswold. Stonington coming off a 42-19 victory over Quinnebog Valley. Nikolai Torres will put the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line. Windham going left to right. Back deep for Stonington. Number 4, Chase Spurley. Number 6, Kyle Olson. And we are underway. The kick spirals, bounces on the turf, goes through the legs of Spurley and into the hands of, goes through the legs of Olson and into the hands of Spurley. Down at the 30-yard line, and Stonington will take over. Welcome to my partner. It's always, listen, I get it. It is always a challenge getting here to Stonington High School. We got to get you a chair, or else you're not going to make it to halftime.
I'm good standing up right now. I want to give a shout-out to Don DeLuise, who was helping me here in the Cannonball Run. There was traffic, but guess what? God is good. We're here. Friday Night Football, brother. Great to be here.
Was it him?
It was him.
Dun, dun,
I had to put the orange outfit away because I saw the bear there, so I was excited.
Jaden Carter, premier quarterback in the league, on first down. Quarterback keeper, big hole, busted outside, cuts inside, and has a first down on first down before he's brought down by Troy Torres-Maury. And watching Carter, he is, he's in the mold of a number of dual threat quarterbacks. Jax Higgins at Waterford. I think Carter may be the best pure passer in the league. He has a great ball out of his hands.
Definitely.
In motion, Cooper Light, bubble screen. Light out of the backfield, not much there. Well defended by the Whippets. They got into the backfield quickly and shut that thing down. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Definitely. This defense right here has to know they got to play 4 quarters of football. And, Windham being an Ironman football team, only 15 players rotating around, that's going to be a challenge tonight. But their conditioning and their dedication to the program is going to be successful.
2nd and 11. Carter will operate out of the shotgun. Maddox Massengale will stand now and go in motion to his right. Carter, plenty of time, zips it, and it's incomplete. He was looking in the flat for Cooper Light. Incomplete. Good defensive down for Windham. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. And though Stonington has a number of explosive players, 3rd and long is not good in anybody's repertoire.
In any category, definitely. 3rd and long has been a trouble. We've been seeing that throughout some games this year, that puts some situations to make difficult plays.
Trips right for the Bears, and the lone receiver left is Jacob Schrage. Carter, and we're going to get a whistle. That looks like in the area of a false start. Wyndham's clapping, which leads us to believe that it is, in fact, a false start. It's going to back him up. And that makes me ask now on 3rd and 16, is this one of those places where we're going to see a draw, or we're going to see, a little screen pass? Do you try to go for the home run?
It's difficult to right now. I mean, the defense can have a chance right now to show some pressure or just play some coverage to keep everything in front of them because of this distance.
Carter, empty backfield, high snap, rolls right. Going to keep it himself. Heading down the sideline, showing a burst of speed, and he was bumped out of bounds about 2 yards shy of the first down, but he did cross midfield. I got to think Stonington's going to go for it here on the Windham side of things on 4th and 2.
Why not? Right now they're spreading that team defense out right now, and he has opportunities to make that option, throw and run. That's a threat that the Bears have right now, and they have the advantage.
4th and 2, Stonington will in fact go for it. Carter trying to draw him off with the hard count. Now he's going to back it off, look to the sidelines, and they're going to put the play in here. Taking his time. Now it makes you wonder, are they going to stick with this, or are they going to take the 5 yards and punt it? It looks like they're going to try to run a play on 4th and 2. High snap again. Carter has it, rolls, pressured, throws it off his back foot and can't get it out to the receiver, Spurley. Pressure came from Mackenzie Vilche, and a big break here. Windham will have great field position right at midfield. So the Whippets will have their first possession at the 47-yard line. So the pressure got Carter out of the pocket, but they did a nice job of keeping him where he couldn't roll for the first down.
Good discipline off the edge. We always tell our defensive players when you're going to the quarterback, keep your feet on the ground. You don't want to be jumping up because then that gives him that opportunity to be elusive and go to the outside. Good discipline on that defensive end. Great play for the defense.
First down for the Whippets. Handoff. Off tackle. Garcia Rodriguez with a big gain up to, looks like the 45-yard line.
Tackle made by number 25, Logan
This traditional
Garcia.
wing team offense, Casey, you know it has threats, a triple threat. Your fullback right there establishing a run play makes it difficult, and it gives the opportunity for Windham to use most of their plays. So we got to see if they can stop that.
Darian Jenkins is the quarterback. Alvarado and Cruz, the main weapons outside, and Garcia Rodriguez is his main running back, the big bruiser in traditional Windham fashion. They always love those big bruising backs. 2nd and 4. Roll. Into the flat it goes to Cruz. Cruz down the sideline. First down, Whippets. Well-designed play. First down, and the Whippets are moving.
Yeah, that's great stuff because in that situation, when you run play action, you can have max protection. It gives the quarterback that confidence to make that quick read and a quick throw. So great effort right there.
Talked in the pregame about this not being a traditional Windham team. Everyone thinks of Windham as ground and pound and play the defense, but 42-28 over New London, 49-35. They can move the football in a lot of different ways. They are a diverse offense. They have playmakers, and they are very talented on the offensive end. Fullback dive. Rodriguez doesn't get much this time, maybe a yard or two. McGugan on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That's true, definitely. Coach Prose was telling me the other day that this team has that versatility because of their experience. You have a whole offensive line right now that have been together intact for that 1 year. And even though last year they had only 2 and they lost a lot of seniors, they came back and they were very versatile, and that's what they're leading right now. What Coach says, their offensive line leads the way.
I saw Windham in a scrimmage preseason, and what really surprised me was not the physicality of their defense, which I was expecting, but the versatility and explosiveness of their offense. They scored a lot of points, and they've continued to do so. 2nd and 8. No score in the first quarter. Flags on the play. That's going to be against the offense. Illegal shift or illegal procedure. And no, offsides against the defense. So that's what I get for making every time I go out on a leap, I'm like 0 for my last 25.
I was going to say, because last year you were like, 7 for 7, all the way down through Thanksgiving.
I have had a bad track record recently of making those predictions. So that's a 5-yarder, and that's going to bring up 2nd and short. So the ball is now marked just outside the 24-yard line of Stonington. So 2nd and 4. Cruz heads out to the right for the Whippets. Jenkins will operate under center. Handoff. Breaking a tackle and then being banged down is Troy Torres Mori. But he'll have enough for the first down, and he'll be inside. Looks like maybe right at the 20, 1st and 10, Windham.
Great thing about this offense, it's being a long traditional offense, and Coach says, yeah, they call it old school, but in reality, it's an adaptable school. It's a gap system play, and what they do is they just find those holes that are available. The coaches up top and the booth fams, you don't know, they're always relaying that information to see what can happen and what play they can call.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Cruz, De Jesus, the wideouts, handoff. Not much there for Rodriguez. Gain of maybe 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Rodriguez on the carry, short gain.
Initial touch by number 40, Patrick McGugan. Tackle
Looks like
made by
McGugan
number
was
7,
first in on the
Gabe
stop.
Perella.
Yeah, Windham
2nd
doesn't
and 8.
throw the ball much, but when they do with those playmakers in the slots, they like to utilize those screens. They like to utilize the speed to the edges. See what they draw up here, 2nd and 8 on their first possession of the ball game. Jenkins, toss. Garcia Rodriguez cuts it back. Big hole, waltzes into the end zone. Beautiful vision. Touchdown, Asael Garcia Rodriguez.
Excellent job, Case, and I'll tell you right now, that line, when we always say play to the whistle, those offensive linemen stayed and worked to the next level, sealing off that backside. So when he cut back, it was wide open. Great play by that whole team right there.
Very impressed with the vision of Garcia Rodriguez as he cut back and then made that next cut back as well and found the end zone. So Windham jumps on the board here 6-0, and they will bring in Torres for the extra point out of the hold of Jenkins. And they're going to go, ha-ha, fooled you.
Here we go, Case. My favorite stuff about special teams.
See if Stonington figures out how to defend it. They got their 2 men. And I thought, was he going to kick it? Was he going to drop kick that?
You know what? I saw that in a movie, and they said they counted that for 3. If that would have happened, I think I would have been just falling asleep right here. But,
I mean,
you know.
I really thought he was – I mean, I thought it looked like he was going to drop kick it. Now, offsides, backs them up 5, and we'll never know. We'll never know.
We'll never know. But that's good. I love the energy that Coach Post puts in his team to run things like that and then get a penalty out of it. I mean, come on. We could get better, but we'll see what happens right here.
Pasta, do we call that was that a reverse muddle huddle?
It's kind of an offensive muddle huddle. Yeah, there was some formations that we did that we had like a kick formation, but we also used offensive players in play, and then they do things like that. It's really
I find
great.
all of the muddle huddles to be offensive.
I know. We're still working on that therapy process right
Ah,
now. We'll
muddle
get there.
huddle.
We'll get there.
I'm befuddled by the muddle huddle. Makes me want to cuddle.
I know. I got your back, brother.
All right, so here we go. Backed up a wee bit. They'll go for 2. Jenkins. And we'll get another whistle. This is the extra point that did not want to happen. And that's a delay of game. So Windham doing their very best to make sure they do not convert on this point after. They'll back up 5 more. So now it went from the 3 to the 8. Now we'll be at the 13-yard line for this 2-point conversion.
Casey, maybe these are the Twilight Zone moments that we're seeing for this October season. You know how that goes. 3 whistles in a row.
Jenkins rolls right, throws, has a person in the flat. It's caught by Morey, but out of bounds. So Torres Morey caught it, but nowhere to go, and that'll wrap up that very long after-point attempt. So it's 6-0 Windham. Stonington will have its second possession. We'll be right back. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports, all of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce them. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Hit up our merch store and pick up some Game Day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community, and if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
Windham up 6-0. The kickoff is lined through the middle of the field. Up man. The nice return over the 45-yard line, almost to midfield. Good return that time. Logan Christina, the up man, picked it up, and it'll be Stonington's second possession of the ballgame.
It's a good opportunity with the offensive field position for Stonington right now to take advantage of what they do best. Try to find those little areas that they can use those quick hits and quick run plays that will make them effective.
Carter in the shotgun. McGugan stands next to him. Handoff. McGugan bounces off a tackler and falls forward for 7. So the big guy getting some touches. Look at him nod going, oh, feed me.
Casey, I wish he had a microphone. I heard he's been commentating. It was a great video. Imagine if he's on the field commentating. I'm on the 40, 45. I mean, this guy is talented, very strong physical player, and one of the leaders on this team.
I went on the field before the game. I said, hey, tonight you worry about making plays. I'll worry about making you all look good, okay?
I hope we can get him in the grade 8.
Delayed handoff. McGugan again, and that is an effort first down as he went straight head-to-head with 2/3 of the left side of the line for Windham, and he's going to get 6, so it'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Both teams have big backs, and I'll tell you right now, that's going to be a physical bruising situation for defenses. See if they can last long here.
Massengale stands next to Carter on this 3rd down. Carter to throw. In the flat, incomplete, and he had his man Cooper Light incomplete. We'll see what Stonington does. They went for it on 4th down last time and didn't get it in almost this exact spot.
Deja vu.
Problem was last time they turned it over on downs, gave Windham the short field. This time it looks like they're going to punt. They don't want Windham to have the short field, which makes sense.
Yeah,
Schrage is the punter. He's also an offensive player, so you never know.
Exactly. Everything tonight could be a threat. with teams that have low numbers, they have to utilize everything. So you know that there could be threats at any moment,
Julian
especially
Cruz.
with special teams.
Yes, sir, you're right. Julian Cruz back at the 10-yard line awaiting the kick. Great snap. And they're not messing around with Cruz at all. He was going for a punt to the sideline. It goes out of bounds at around the 30. So it will lengthen the field for Windham, but probably not to the degree they hoped. That's going all the way up to the 36-yard line. So only a net of 10 yards for Stonington.
Not effective at all. I mean, this would have been a good situation to really pinch them down in the 20-yard line, knowing that most offenses have a difficult time having long drives. You know, state of Connecticut shows statistics are low when you have a longer field to defend.
So the ball moves up to the 37-yard line where Windham will have its second possession as they're up 6-0 here in the early going of quarter number 1. Jenkins will operate under center. Stonington committing more toward the line of scrimmage here on first down. Nothing there for Garcia Rodriguez. Maybe a yard if he falls forward. Evan West on the tackle for the Bears.
Stop by number 40, Patrick McGugan.
2nd and 8.
Game 1, 2nd and 9.
Windham sending in some more biggins, getting even more physical on the offensive line. Second and 8. Handoff. Cruz trying to get to the outside and well defended on the edge by Schrage. And Jack Goddard forcing him out of bounds. It was a good gain of 7 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 2, but that play looked like it had more to it until Schrage cut off the end.
Well, the problem there was that credit to the interior line of Stonington that they had penetrated and chased those guards. One of the things about the wing T is that you might have some tendencies that you can see. The guards are a threat, and that's the strength of the offense here. So when you could pursue and cut those plays off, you have a chance of really wrapping up a good running back.
3rd and 2. I think this is 4-down territory for Windham if I had to make a guess, and I think you're going to see the ball in the hands of Big 44 here on 3rd down. Quarterback keeper instead, and Jenkins is going to have the first down right up to midfield. So Jenkins went on the quick count, got forward over center Luis Paulino, got to the 50-yard line, and they're going to mark at the 49. So first down, Whippets.
Yeah, big Luis Paulino. I mean, there's another young guy, McKenzie there, Luis Aponte, Irmo Rosa, and then obviously Malachi, that offensive line. Boy, that integrity that they have to take care of their quarterback and backs. They've always said that throughout the week. We all take care of each other, and that brotherhood keeps that momentum going for the Whippets.
1st and 10, Windham, 49-yard line. Jenkins takes his time, approaches the line. Motion is Morey. Jenkins rolls, pressured by McGugan. Dumps it, incomplete. Good pressure from Patrick McGugan as he chased Jenkins out of the pocket. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Good pressure, good pursuit by that defense, holding it down and making that quarterback make just that one read.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Windham.
Stonington committing more and more people to the line. They know Windham likes to operate at the line of scrimmage, so the question becomes, what does Windham do to take a shot and loosen up? Because you can see all 11 Bears are within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Definitely a tough situation right now.
Jenkins wants to throw, and it's intercepted! Intercepted by Chase Spurley. Beautifully done. He stepped in front of the pass intended for Yadiel De Jesus, and Spurley has Stonington in business. 1st and 10. Ball will be marked at their own 44-yard line.
Casey, that's what we're talking about. Statistics in passing. You just mentioned it earlier. They don't pass as much. A good play action program can really help this team, but they haven't really established that. And then that defensive coverage, he read it. They kept everything in front of him, and he broke to the ball, got that play done. Good job for the Bears.
Carter hustles up to the line of scrimmage. 1st down. Bubble screen. It was behind McGugan. That looked like a lateral, but they're going to say no, incomplete. That's a dangerous pass because that is right along the line of scrimmage.
That would have made me have 3 Tums and a bottle of seltzer. Those are plays right now that could change the whole momentum.
So 2nd and 10. Still waiting for Stonington to take a shot. Spurley has been their guy on the long passes. They haven't thrown it downfield yet. Everything's been around the line of scrimmage. And the size of the Windham line and the speed of the Windham linebackers making it very difficult to operate at the line of scrimmage.
That's true.
I'm right once in a while.
Oh, yeah, you got that. The wild just came right now.
Carter on 2nd and 10. Fakes the handoff to McGugan and keeps it himself. He's going to have a first down maybe. Slides right at the marker. And I think they're going to say yes to the first down, and they're going to move the chains.
That's a great job. That read play allows that quarterback to see that the aggressive part of the Windham defense chasing the runner, knowing that they want to go after McGugan, left him vulnerably free. And that's what he's going to probably see for some of these nights.
You saw there's the pressure, and what a great job Spurley stepping in front there. That was a beautiful interception.
Great play. Way to react and make that catch, too.
First down, Carter to throw. Has time. Wanted the deep ball, nothing there. Now he rolls right. Looking, keeps it himself, turns the corner. Did he get back to the original line of scrimmage? I think it was probably 2 yards shy. It'll be 2nd and probably 10, maybe 11.
Great job by the defensive backcourt there, keeping everybody in front and not making a commitment even though he's a scrambling quarterback. They trust their teammates to take care of that, and that was a good hustle by that defensive line to chase him down.
2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. Ball at the Windham 48-yard line. Carter has time. Zips it incomplete for McGugan.
Pass intended for number 40, Patrick McGugan.
And when you watch high school and you see a kid like Carter who could absolutely throw the football, and you see receivers who are really good, and you say, why aren't they connecting? It makes you understand how precise routes need to be effective.
Practicing these routes are common, but then practicing them and doing them in the game, that's where the frequencies need to be a little bit higher.
Carter on 3rd down. Has time, steps up, deep ball, has his man and just overthrows Schrage. Right there, though, you see the strength of Carter's arm. He just flicked that ball 45 yards.
Yep.
But Stonington will punt on 4th and 12. Going back to the receivers, this is where I think, you talk about 101 for the folks at home. For the folks at home, the quarterback doesn't wait for the receiver to get open to throw them the ball. It's all done on rhythm. 1, 2, 3, release, and they throw it to the spot where the receiver's going to be. So if the receiver runs 2 yards too far or 1 yard shy, or the quarterback throws it 1 yard out from where it's going to be an incomplete pass because you're not waiting for the guy to be open. It's not like in the backyard, I'm open.
That's where coaches want that frequency of being high-rated. Be right there and make those catches.
What a punt from Schrage. Where was that on the previous one? I don't know. This one's going to be down inside the 10 at the 5-yard line. Windham will have the ball at their own 5-yard line. A lot of room in front of them. Big punt from Schrage. Windham on top 6-0. We'll keep it here as the Whippets come out for the next possession. So Stonington not really able to get anything going here. And one reason might be they really don't run the football the way you might need to sort of soften up the secondary.
Yeah, this is a definite thing when you have numbers. I learned that from many of my coaches that I've learned from. When you have stacked numbers inside the box and you can't run it, you have to work a way of getting that pass to be effective. But vice versa, if you have nobody there in the box you could block, you have to execute those plays. And it just seems like they're not getting it in. The timing is just a little bit off.
Jenkins will operate under center. First down, Whippets at their own 5. Handoff. Big Garcia Rodriguez. And it feels like if you get him right when he touches the ball, he's good for 2 or 3 yards. If you let him have 1 step, he's good for 5 or 6 yards. If you let him have 2 steps, he's gone.
There's a difference. It's like a seasoned pork shoulder, like a rolling pernil. When you come downhill, it's hard to stop. You got to admire it. This kid has that kind of power, and I know if he keeps on running like this, coach is going to feed him up some of that delicious pernil out there.
I knew what you were talking about.
I know. You're salivating. I saw it.
I am.
I love it.
because that's you just hit on my favorite.
That's right.
Morey gets the handoff. Not much there. Well defended that time. It'll bring 3rd and long for Windham.
I'm definitely respecting what the Bears are trying to do. They are playing high-risk, high-reward style football, making sure they can stack the people in the box. The scary part is if you break to that second level, it's a free run for him. But again, those risks that they're doing is keeping that whole offensive system compact, covering every gap and causing disruption. That's how you got to beat this offense.
Clock down to 20 seconds. Wyndham may or may not even have to get one more playoff before the end of the first period. Looks like they may.
That'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Windham.
It's a great time for a hard count right here if they want to try to get a penalty before the end of the quarter.
The ice play.
Instead, they're going to get whistled. And it's a timeout, Windham. So Wyndham's going to take a timeout with 3 seconds remaining in the quarter, and we'll take a timeout. Wyndham's up 6-0. You're watching Game Day live on day.com.
Communities that are no longer covered by local newspapers become news deserts that lack journalists providing government oversight and access to quality information. The Day is committed to providing comprehensive news coverage in every town in southeastern Connecticut, but we've had to scale back coverage in some towns, including Ledyard and North Stonington, due to market forces affecting local news companies around the country. We need the continued support of the communities we serve to help fund additional staffing that enables us to provide the kind of coverage our readers expect in every town in the region. If you'd like to support the Day's News Desert Fund, please visit givebutter.com/theday.
The future of Stonington cheerleading right there as the youth cheerleaders for the Bears rocking the pink, making it happen. 3rd down, Windham. Jenkins, toss left. Garcia Rodriguez. He's going to be just shy of the 1st down. And that's a big stop for Stonington. I would imagine this deep in their territory that Windham will punt. That takes us to the end of the quarter. And more importantly, coming up gingerly is Garcia Rodriguez. So with the combination of the end of the quarter and with the injured player, we're going to go right back and take another break. We'll be back with second quarter action. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. Last year, Waterford senior number 4 on the grade 8, the Olympic go kick. I'm here with Cam Dickinson. I don't think she can pull it off. It looks way too hard. I think it was a fluke. Get it done.
I got it.
That was just too easy, and that is a grade 8 play. Send in your best plays and see if you can beat that and make this year's grade 8 Olympico style.
Relive a century of history from the perspective of southeastern Connecticut with the new hardcover book, Front Page News, A Century of Big Stories in the Day, 1881 to 1981. This 136-page limited edition book captures the pulse of a region and a nation, showcasing the day's most iconic front pages from its first 100 years. Order today at theday.frontpagesbook.com.
Fourth down and 1 coming up for the Whippets, and looks like they are going to punt the football away. You would think that far down into their territory. They have not yet had to punt, as their first possession resulted in a touchdown and their second into an interception. But I think Deshaun Chapman, who's doing the count and will stand at his own goal line, a penalty flag comes in. An illegal substitution against Windham. Looks like they had too many on the field and then illegally substituted. So that's going to back them up. So they are going to definitely be in the true shadow of their own goal line.
Yeah, I think the coaches were trying to get the numbers in there, and they were confused who was there, who was responsible. And that's another thing, too. When you have a low-number team that has players that play all these positions, a substitute can be really chaotic at that moment.
Spurley stands in his own territory as Chapman hits a line drive, but it takes a beautiful bounce for Windham and will cross the 50. That's going to turn out to be a 54-yard punt.
Wow.
All things considered from Chapman, and Stonington will have great field position at the 50-yard line. Now, that's the kind of thing I want to say with all of the availability of film.
Right.
Now, I understand that Griswold, they put up 49, New London, they put up 42, so Windham probably hasn't punted a whole lot.
No.
But you got to know that Schrage has a big foot and can kick it like that.
Right.
You got to know Chapman, maybe that's – I don't expect that he's a 40-yard in the air guy. He should have been standing at the 40-yard line.
Exactly.
If he hits it over your head, he hits it over your head. First down, Stonington in great field position. Carter hands off Massengale up the middle, nothing there. Fowler shoots the gap and greets him in the hole. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That's the great stuff about Fowler. He's the kind of linebacker that when you want to teach high school football players in the future, he steps in, he reads the gap, he uses his hands to press off that offensive lineman so that he could fill him in that hole and still be able to stand up and make a tackle. I mean, that's the kind of effort that this young man has been leading this team.
2nd down and 8. Carter, bubble screen. Nice stutter step by Spurley, but great pursuit to the football by Cruz. Not much there. Also, Luis Aponte, maybe a gain of half a yard. It'll be 3rd and 8.
No, good vision by that defense to rally right there and make that play. It looked like it was going to be executed well, but again, speed and just making great tackling makes a difference.
Tackle made by number 8, Jenkins.
Linebackers are the key to the Windham defense. They fly to the football. They've got great speed, whether it's DeJesus or Fowler. They love to run to the football. 3rd down, Massengale on the wheel route. Carter to throw, sidearms it, has a man wide open. It's Schrage, and Schrage's going to be banged down, but he's going to have a first down at the 40. Chains will move.
That's a great offensive play for a defense that's running man-to-man at that time, and we saw that because the back had to make the commitment for the running back coming out of the backfield. So in that case, those crossing routes causes a lot of confusion, and that defensive back thinking he had a teammate to help out wasn't there. Wide open, big play.
1st and 10 at the 40. Bears with trips to the left. Carter, hands off, Massengale, nothing there again, falls forward. Nice job by Maddox Massengale to get maybe 3 yards. He was met again by both the lineman and by Fowler, and just to be able to get what turns out a yard and a half, making something out of nothing.
Definitely.
2nd and 8 for Stonington, trailing 6-0 here early in the 2nd quarter. I like them running the football, though, with Massengale, just to show that they are willing to do that.
Yep.
Carter to throw. Out pattern. Wide open. Cooper Light with a first down to the 25-yard line. Stonington in business, 1st and 10.
You know, I like the way they align, Cooper on the left side, and you got McGugan on the right, which is size mismatching kind of receivers. And in this spread offense, that's what you could do to a defense. Find out particularly who has the mismatch and make a play.
Carter gives it to Massengale. Massengale breaks a tackle, but Fowler does the takedown 2 with a hip toss tackle after a gain of a yard.
That is a very strong young man who knows how to actually do the things that any coach in the league or any future college coaches they're looking at has that potential, that wrap and tackle, grabbing cloth, driving him down, keeping that momentum on his favor. That's why he plays good football.
The irony, or maybe the fun part of the 2 features this week, is that Patrick McGugan wants to interview people, and there's no better interview on the planet than Malachi Fowler.
Yeah, definitely.
Carter, bubble screen. McGugan cuts it back inside. Great initial penetration from Julian Cruz. He's the reason McGugan had to bounce it back inside.
Right.
Nothing there. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Good job. Cruz is trying to do what his coach has been telling him to do. If you have a play that's trying to exceed the outside and squeeze him in, that's where your help is going to be. So he pushed him right back in that gap, and that's where you had your team rally up and make a good play.
3rd and 10. The ball has been and remains right outside the 25-yard line. Certainly 4-down territory for the Bears. See what they dial up here on 3rd and 10. Carter, plenty of time. Now he steps up, ball's loose on the turf. And looks like Evan West literally was on the ground. Rather than he recovered it, I think the ball was fumbled into him.
Right, it bounced right back in. With this turf field, that's what pretty much is a favor there. We do have a player down, though.
Injury on the play.
And getting up and heading to the sideline will be Massengale. It's going to be 4th down and almost 20. Let's take a look at the fumble and watch it bounce right into West.
See, one of the things that I've always known, and Coach Reyes would always teach you, pocket presence in hand, holding that ball inside the pocket, the quarterback having it to the outside gives the defensive ends a chance to slap it, and that's what happened right there, causes some disruption. He's got to learn that if he's going to run the ball, tuck it high and tight, do the 6-point set, and keep it moving.
It's not a loaf of bread.
Not a loaf
Don't
of
hold
bread,
it like
no.
a loaf of bread.
Hold it like a diamond.
4th and 18. Stonington will go for it. Carter to throw. Little middle screen to McGugan. McGugan turns on the speed and gets to the 25-yard line, which is the original line of scrimmage. So it's not quite as good as a punt, but basically acts as one. McGugan, helmet off. He took a shot that time. He's going to come to the sideline, and it'll be 1st and 10 Windham at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, definitely took a big hit there, but this is the kind of talent that this young man is. You know, he could go and run a route, check in, kind of got that tight end kind of athletic body, and he could make that read, get that catch, and then it was a physical run. But right there, being impacted, it seemed like he hurt himself a little bit. Hope he can come back healthy.
You see here, he cuts it in. He's just trying to get as many yards as he can, and that was a big hit made on the outside.
That's Windham tough hitting.
DeJesus, who can absolutely stick. We said those linebackers are awfully tough.
They're very physical linebacking core in this team.
But it acts like a decent punt. Windham will have it at their own 25-yard line. And good to see that Garcia Rodriguez is back into the backfield. He limped off at the end of the first quarter. And we're going to get a timeout, Windham. So we'll take a timeout as well. 6-0, Whippets on top, 7:28 remaining here in the first. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
At The Day, our journalists are in your community, talking with business owners, attending town meetings, analyzing data, talking to government leaders, reporting on the issues that matter most to you. Since 1881, we have been serving our community and will continue to do so 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never miss a day of news. Enjoy convenient home delivery right to your doorstep, 7 days a week. Subscribe at theday.com/subscribe.
Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. Located in Waterford, we're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need it. Jenkins under center, 1st down, Windham. Handoff to Chapman, and that play looked like it never really materialized the way it was supposed to.
To be honest with you, it looked like everybody stopped and they were staring, and I don't know if it was something inadvertent or they just kind of went there, but yeah. October. We're in October, Case.
For you, Game 4. This is where the kinks are supposed to start getting worked out.
Definitely.
That's why when you watch a team like Killingly, that Daniel Hand team week 1,
Definitely.
I mean, it makes you realize how in sync that Daniel Hand team was for week 1.
Unbelievable.
Killingly, where they know everything that's going on. The players are so rock solid.
Definitely.
Ledyard looks that way as well. 2nd down. Dive. Not much there.
Yeah, you're right. When you see these teams that have this great execution of play and tempo and knowing how to understand the situations of the game, like Killingly, we were always talking about it last week, how if they get over the 50, they become the Killingly football team that they have been successful with, and you see that momentum change, and they're able to handle those pressures. Those are the things that we have to see Windham kind of produce and develop more consistently to keep it going.
3rd and 9 for the Whippets. Jenkins. Handoff, Cruz on the little end around and not there. Well defended by the Bears, flying to the football. And that's going to be no gain. Bears will hold and the Whippets will punt. And Spurley will go back. Let's see if he learned from Chapman's previous punt.
Tackle made by number 53, Ethan Green.
McGugan is still currently being tended to. We'll see if he gets back out here.
You know, Case, we were talking about high-scoring games, but you know what? Let's give credit to the defensive coaches in having this game plan that they have for both teams. Physical, risky, and then aggressive to the ball. That's what's expected.
Chapman stands at his own 15-yard line. Spurley, I think, is still a little deep. Chapman with a similar kick last time, and this time it goes sideways, out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So 30-yard punt, and Stonington will have the ball in great field position on the Windham side of things. Next week on game day, you're going to want to tune in on the Friday night because we've got the two of the premier quarterbacks in the league with very different styles. Jax Higgins of Waterford and A.J. Adamick of Ledyard. Two currently undefeated teams playing tonight. They might go in both at 4-0 next week in our showdown Friday night.
Definitely an exciting game to see.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
And that's going to be 12 men on the field against Windham. And if I count right now, there are 12, and they're all looking at each other and pointing. 1, 2. This is where I want the telestrator and circle everybody.
Yep.
2, 3, 4.
Where's the chalk talk on that? You know, that happens a lot with small teams. Again, you know, when guys get hurt or they're adjusting, there has to be a good communication line from the coaching staff to make sure they regulate that to limit this penalty here.
1st and 5. Carter to throw. Looking, throws and incomplete. Looking for Cooper Light. Flag comes in. I think he was bumped, but I have to tell you, I don't know that the defender bumped him as much as where the throw went, led the offensive player to him.
I think maybe the referee's perspective on that was he thought he was going for a hit when the kid was actually trying to go for the ball right now, and that's what I saw in this perspective, in this angle. But again, that's the referees, and that's what their assignments are. Their perspective of the call can always be addressed by the other referees before they make the final decision. But in that one, they respected it, called it a penalty, and they're going to follow through.
6-0 Windham. Stonington with their drive now inside the 30-yard line. They stalled at the 25 on their last possession. Carter looks for the bubble screen. It was well defended. Now he rolls left, and he's got a little bit of daylight. He'll gain about 3 or 4 yards. So nice job by Jaden Carter. He wanted the bubble screen to Cooper Light. It wasn't there, and he took off and made something out of the play.
Now, Wyndham's playing aggressive, and that was a good play. But again, the assignments and discipline on Wyndham's side is showing through that linebacking core.
They'll say he gained 2. That's a tough spot. 2nd and 8. Carter to throw. Plenty of time. Now he rolls left. Keeps it himself. Chased and pushed out of bounds by DeJesus. We'll see where they got him. It's going to be 3rd and looks like a long 3.
What an athletic quarterback. He makes his proper reads. He saw his first one covered. The deep receiver was actually kind of manhandled there. I thought there would be a call on that, but then as soon as he realized to run, he took advantage of the opportunity, got some positive yards.
Deepest Stonington's been if they can convert this first down. Hard count by Carter. And he succeeded in getting them to jump, and that'll be a first down. So great job on the hard count by Jaden Carter. Gets Windham to jump. That'll move the chains. Ball down and marked at the 14-yard line. So the deepest Stonington has been, 1st and 10 from the 14. They're in the red zone. Carter to throw. Rolls right. Breaks out of DeJesus' tackle, and then he is mushed by Garcia Rodriguez. What a hit. He escaped DeJesus, but he could not escape the thunder of AGR.
Casey, that brings back some good old NFL football hits, kind of VHS style. He kept on staying in pursuit, but, man, the quarterback wasn't ready for that one.
That was contact, 2nd and 20. Carter to throw. And incomplete. Fowler dropped into coverage and disrupted the pass intended for Schrage. That'll bring up 3rd down. So Stonington has twice gotten down here, and neither time have they been able to make anything happen. That Windham defense continues to pitch the shutout. It's 6-0.
Good physical football here tonight.
3rd and long for Stonington. Carter rolls, flips off his back foot, and is it inbounds? Intercepted Francisco Alvarado.
Wow. Good pressure from the defense, getting that quarterback to backpedal and make that throw. And there it is, picked off by the Windham Whippets.
Alvarado, not only was he able to step in front of it, but he was able to keep a foot in bounds. Now it's back to the 15-yard line. So again, an excellent punt, but watch Alvarado step in front there and keep the foot down. It was also well defended. Julian Cruz was right there, but Alvarado came in from his safety position and picked off the pass. And now Windham will have a long way to go, 85 yards with 3:45 remaining here in the first half. Don't forget, Windham does get the ball to start the second half. Jenkins. And we're going to get, looks like a false start against Windham. That's going to back them up to the 10-yard line.
5 yards will be first and 15.
So that'll be first and 15, ball back at the 10-yard line.
Definitely the Windham Whippets have to be a little bit more disciplined, especially in the scenario of this offense right now where they're at.
Ball's on the 10-yard line.
Jenkins from his own 10. Hands off, Cruz cuts it inside, gets back the 5-yard penalty +1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clock continues to run, 3 minutes and 30 seconds here in the half. And I don't think Windham's in any real hurry here. I think they would sign up for 6-0 and the ball.
And it's a safe play right now, and I know Coach is understanding the players that he has and the numbers that he's working with to be conservative. It's not really conservative, it's just aggressive doing what they have to do, but keep that clock munching.
2nd and 9, and Jenkins. Hand off again to Cruz, off tackle. Cruz shows some speed, and he'll have a first down as he crosses the 25-yard line before Spurley and Goddard can bring him down, but the Whippets out of the shadow of their own end zone and into the little safer part of the football field.
Definitely get out that red zone right now, and Cruz is running really smooth tonight. You know, he's showing that he can take the ball 2 or 3 carries in a row and be something positive with it. But now we need to definitely see what other players can help this team out. We just can't be sitting back and keying on one player, especially when you're trying to run the clock down.
1st and 10, Whippets. 2:30 remaining here in the half. Handoff. Garcia Rodriguez, well defended. First on the spot was Gabriel Torruella.
Tackle made by number 57, Gabe Torella.
So Torruella got in there first, made the tackle. And it'll be 2nd and 9.
Good pressure, good pressure. And what I'm seeing right now with Stonington is that they're improving in their tackling. They're grabbing cloth and waiting for teammates to come in and wrap up. And that's what you got to do with this team. Keep them right in front of you, grab cloth, wrap, and then finish off those tackles.
2nd and 9. Whippets getting the ball in the second half, 6-0 lead. Would not be surprised if they continue to just try to pound this thing and get out of here at halftime. Handoff Cruz. Not much there, maybe 3. And then he's popped and brought down. Hard-hitting first half here, both sides. And Cruz is on the turf. So we're going to take a break here. 6-0 Windham on top. We'll come back. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. At the end of today's game, you'll have the Philomenas player of the game. Game Day is brought to you by Philomenas. It's always game day at Philomenas, southeastern Connecticut's go-to destination for events, fine food, and great atmosphere. Offering an all-new brunch menu, wing and drink specials, and live music, Philomenas provides the premier atmosphere for viewing all of your college and pro football. Stop in and see Mike or Sarah sit at the brand-new bar, or reserve your party in one of 3 private dining areas. Everyone's family at Philomenas. And you're also going to want to follow Game Day CT after the game for the Science Top Play. Pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Science Federal Credit Union. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit sciencefcu.org to learn more. 1:28 remaining here. Big 3rd down play for Windham. If Stonington can hold, they may get the ball back with a little bit of time remaining here in the half. Remember, Windham will have it to start the second half as well. Jenkins goes over, and it's Alvarado under center. And a timeout. I think Stonington's going to call a timeout. They were not sure what they saw, or did Windham call it because they weren't sure what they were doing. Stonington didn't recognize the formation when Alvarado went under center. They called the timeout. And we'll keep it here, 3rd down and 4. Now, at halftime, you're going to want to stay tuned in. The features on Stonington's Patrick McGugan and the fabulous job broadcasting that young man is doing. Also, Malachi Fowler. What's something Malachi Fowler hates that he's really good at? Stay tuned at halftime and you'll find out. Also, the grade 8 plays of the week. And, of course, everybody's favorite halftime segment, 3 pounds of pasta. Food, music, animals. What's this week's pounds of pasta going to be? Stay tuned at halftime for all of that entertainment. And then, of course, the second half right on the other side. So 3rd and short. And Windham is going to send one man wide on this 3rd and short play. Alvarado was in at quarterback. Maury breaks a tackle, and he has the first down, and he crosses the 40-yard line. So Troy Torres-Maury gets the first down, the chains will move, and the clock runs with under a minute remaining.
Tackle made by number 2, Cameron Bosher.
So Torres-Maury with the carry gets Windham some
Around that 42-yard line.
clock to manage now. Stonington cannot get the ball back if Windham wants to run out the clock here in the first half. Windham keeping Alvarado under center. Alvarado rolls right, looking to throw, zips it incomplete as he looked for Jenkins. So Jenkins and Alvarado just flip-flopped.
That's it.
Passes incomplete on the far side.
That's how it goes when you rotate in a team like this. This Ironman football is about learning multiple positions and being able to back each other when that happens. But that right there, that waggle formation we see traditionally done, it's a 2-level. You have your fullback under and your next level. His fullback was wide open. If he had a chance to hit him, he'd probably get more yardage than that throw attempt that he made right there.
2nd and 10, 23 seconds remaining here in the half. Alvarado will stay under center for Windham. Going to keep it himself. Bounces out of bounds at midfield. He'll be just shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short. And with 15 seconds remaining in the half,
Stops the clock.
time enough for a couple of plays.
With 15 seconds left to play in the half.
3rd and 1.
Third and short. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays here in the half. Alvarado keeps it himself, rolls right, pressured, and he's brought down for a big loss.
That's a great effort by that edge player right there. Maintain contact on that. When we talk about pursuing a quarterback on a waggle, we always say key the nearest thigh board. It helps us because the quarterback's movement on top really doesn't detail where he's running at. It's the thigh board. He disciplined, stayed with it, made a tackle. Great play.
A lot of momentum there for Stonington heading into the half, but they trail 6-0, and Windham's going to have the football. So we're at halftime. Coming back after you watch the features on Fowler and McGugan, the grade 8, and we'll have 3 pounds of pasta when we come back. You're watching Game Day Live on theday.com.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports, all of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce them. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Hit up our merch store and pick up some Game Day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community. And if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
Good evening and welcome to Donald E. Palmer Field at Stonington High School
That voice booming over the PA system at Stonington High School home games belongs to senior Patrick McGugan.
I'm going to do girls soccer, boys soccer, field hockey, and announce their games this year because I do want to go to college for sports broadcasting.
Stay outside, stay late.
McGugan, the captain playing tight end and linebacker on the Bears football team, goes straight from the practice field to the press box several days a week to announce games with teammate Austin Center.
So my freshman year, Brady Mullen, he was a junior.
Number 3, Abby Mayorga.
We kind of started it together. Our first time was announcing one of the JV football games, and then Coach Tuccio told us it was fine if we announced their games, and then our athletic director, Mr. Marone, he got on board and spread us out to all the other teams.
And that's good for the Spurs Stonington corner.
They do the powder puff game, they announce that. He's brought younger guys, one of our now sophomores, Austin Center, does games with him. They do the morning news show.
Seniors, big announcement. It's your senior portrait makeups. So if you're like me and your senior portrait came out horrible.
McGugan and Center like to inject humor into their announcements.
I had a whole joke set up for the pizza because I just think it's so iconic, so memorable, but I don't think I can say it.
Why not?
It's just too cheesy.
But they also use their platform to put the spotlight on others.
We do joke of the day. We shout out all the staff at each game.
Our one and only world-class athletic trainer, Katie Cooper. On the clock, Miss Norcross. And in the stands, Miss Hool.
It's just who he is. He's just being himself. He's having fun. He always is making it about everybody else. He's never making it about him.
Stonington goal, number 33, Bailey Simmons.
He's just a really good kid, and I know people throw that around. A lot of people, like good kid, we throw those terms around, but you could ask any person here, teacher, the custodians, the cooks in the kitchen, kids in class, everybody, they would all say the same thing.
Other athletes at his level might prioritize their sport when thinking about college, but McGugan has other plans.
If I were to go to college and it works out and it's something nice that I can do, maybe I can get some money for, I'll absolutely do it. But if it's going to be more of like a distraction or taking time from my broadcasting path, then probably won't do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll take us to the end of the game. Stonington wins 7-0. I'm Patrick McGugan.
And I'm Austin Center.
We're signing out from the booth. Have an amazing night, and go Bears.
Malachi, he's a rock for us. He's been starting for 4 years now. He's been playing every down since his freshman year. He's one of our own here in Windham. I met Mally down, what was the street you lived on, Mally? I can't remember. Where'd I meet you down there? Next to Tony's Pizza when he was 8th grade. He told me, watch me, coach, I'm really fast. And so he did a little race for me, showed me how fast he was.
Yeah, we always came into high school games. Barbosa, he was one of the best running backs in the state at the time. He's like top 10 in rushing. We loved to come watch them play. No matter if they were good or bad, they did have some bad seasons. They did have some really good seasons. It was a great culture, it was a great tradition.
Malachi Fowler, defending ECC champion, undefeated at 14-0.
I don't like wrestling. I hate it, actually. I really hate wrestling. Even though I'm really good at it, I really hate it. I hate it with a passion. I hate going to practice. I hate it. But I like to win. I love to win. So I'm good at it. I'm gonna do my best for it. I love practicing for Risley, winning for Risley. That's the only reason why I go wrestle is for Coach Risley. So I hate wrestling. I guess I learned that I got a lot in the tank because I hate it, even though I hate it, I do it. So I know that I like to win. That's what I learned. I like to win. I like to keep going. I like to be tough. Even if I'm hurt, I'm gonna keep going no matter what. Nobody's gonna stop me. That's my mentality. Yeah, of course, I try to bring it to the football field. I try to bring it to my other teams. Yeah, nobody can stop us. Nobody's gonna outwork us.
Hit squad on 3, 1, 2, 3, hit squad.
I tell them, nobody's better than us. That's the mentality we have to have. If you don't have that mentality, then there's no point playing sports.
We've never been a big team. We're 35 strong every year. We're lucky if we get 40 kids. They're all from Willimantic and Windham. And, it's a strong tradition here. We know we've never get a lot of numbers. Kids play both ways. They play the whole game. And they're really proud to represent the town of Windham. we're always underdogs. It's kind of crazy how we get sort of, we won't say lack of respect, but we'll say lack of respect. We're considered underdogs every week, and the kids just love it. We kind of love the title. You know, just keep underestimating us. We're going to keep coming out. We're going to keep playing hard.
I don't think we're underdogs, but everybody else looks at it as underdogs. But I like that, though. You want to like underestimate us? That's fine. That's fine with me. You know, we take that as a personal challenge. You don't think we're as good, then that's fine. We're going to show you on the field, and we did. Like in London, they talking about they was going to drop 40. We was going to score 0. And look who ended up dropping 40. Expectation, man, we want to win a state championship. That's the expectation. That's always going to be the expectation, man, going in. Wrestling, too, we want to win a state championship as a team and by myself. You know, I want to win a state open. I want to win New England's. And I have a lot of high hopes for this season for wrestling and for football.
It's time for Game Day's Grade 8 Plays of the Week. At number 8, Ledyard's Faith Dalton said she was like a squirrel hopped up on too much sugar, goes out of bounds, makes the play, then saves it again, stays in the play, and eventually responsible for helping out with the point. Ledyard, unbelievable. Dalton was everywhere. At number 7, Groton Mystic, Benjamin Greger. Look at him roll and throw the dime. Earl Wilson goes up and gets it, breaks the tackles, and he gone. At number 6, East Lyme Soccer, still undefeated, the defending champs, with plays like this. Caleb Trost with the laser. Don't even blink because you'll miss it. Top shelf goal. At number 5, back to the little guys. Christopher Moreau, Plainfield Micros football. Owen Solar with the pressure. Ball's in the air. Moreau with the pick 6. Off to the races. Look at the legs churning. Moreau to the house for Plainfield. At number 4, Jacob Schrage. Stonington football versus Quinnebog Valley. Pass tipped by the defender, and Schrage with the interception. 55 yards for the touchdown. Right down the sideline. What a play by Schrage. Speaking of pick 6s, Wyatt Woodcock. NFA football against Fairfield Ward. Steps in front of the pass. 72 yards. NFA holds on 33-32 thanks to this play by Woodcock. At number 2, wait a minute, Cameron Dickinson, Waterford Soccer, Olympico. No, that's from last year's grade 8. We just saw that one. Wait, she did it again? She did it again! Lancers stay undefeated, beat NFA, who beat them in last year's final, Olympico style. But at number 1, Jaden Brown, East Lyme football versus Branford. Jacob Garrow throws it up, and, well, he didn't make that catch. We got to watch this again. Brown didn't go up and get it, did he? We got to see that one more time. They say you get mossed. We were going to say you got Brown up and over everybody for the touchdown. Vikings win, and those are your grade 8 plays. Send us your best plays. Maybe you can make next week's grade 8.
It's almost here, baby.
It's that time.
Time to work.
It's time to shine.
Can you feel it? We got this.
Here we go.
Ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Let's go! Oh yeah!
It's game day!
It's game day!
It's game day! 1, 2, 3, it's game day!
It's game day!
It's game day!
6-0 Windham on that touchdown right there. Garcia Rodriguez early in the first period, and it's been the defenses since then. Whippets on top, 6-0 here at halftime. Stonington happy with the defense, not happy with the offense. So we're at halftime here, and that means that it's time for everyone's favorite segment, 3 pounds of pasta. Now, before we get into 3 pounds of pasta, we want to give a special thanks out to all those people in the chat right now who have donated to game day. Without your contributions, we can't even imagine where we would be. It's super awesome. So we're going to do something a little different. Before we get into the 3 pounds of pasta, we're going to establish what kind of pasta we are actually having, because Gunnar in the chat says, I need to know what is pasta's favorite pasta.
Be honest with you, I'm an Alfredo guy. I like a pasta that can actually sop up a lot of the, before I had all the bread, but then I got, little type 2 diabetes thing, so I got to slow it down with the soppiness. And I love that Alfredo, how it could be good with the cream or good with the regular sauce. That's how it works.
Now, not to be a stickler, but that's the sauce.
That's the
What's
sauce.
your favorite pasta?
Alfredo.
No, that's a sauce.
Is that Alfredo?
Ziti.
Wait, listen. I put them all together.
Ziti, spaghetti, linguine, fettuccine.
Linguine. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I was afraid to say Luigi, and then I messed it up because
Mario,
like I did Al Gore the week before, right?
Mario,
Yeah.
Luigi.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So it's linguine with
You like
Alfredo,
linguine Alfredo, okay.
But I always put them all together.
Most people do fettuccine Alfredo. You like to go a little thinner with the linguine. Nothing wrong with that. All right.
You got to keep it trimmed. I'm a big guy.
You're not an elbow macaroni?
No.
All right.
I eat that a lot, though. The mac and cheese is the flavor there.
All right. Number one on top right now are the Whippets. When you think of Whippet, you think of 1980s band Devo.
Yep.
They whipped it good. So who is the group that is the most popular group that you just don't like? In other words, you can name a band that no one likes, but name the group that seems to be someone that everyone likes that's just never done it for you.
You mean like a musical group?
Yes. That just never done it for you. Never saw the appeal.
That guy that goes, and the days go by. I always felt like he was having an asthma attack. What's that guy's name there? The dun dun dun. It was an MTV special. It was like top 3 for 3 weeks, and then it moved over when Tom Petty came in and did his thing. He plays that song, Same As It Ever Was. That was the name of the song, if I'm not mistaken. It was a guy that he had a nostril issue, and every time he hit a note, I'm like, why is he making this kind of money? I mean, I could go into it, but then I didn't want to go personal with it,
Talking Heads.
Yeah, Talking Heads. Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
It's David Byrne.
You may ask yourself. And he's walking around talking to people the song. And I was like, come on. Sing it. Don't be.
See, I think that's actually a great answer because Talking Heads is a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And David Byrne is a Hall of Fame guy, and it just never got with you. For me,
and I was like, what? What's he saying?
Sticking with the food theme, I don't like either this food or this group. That would be the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Ooh. I am not a chili. Now, I recognize they're a great band. Yeah. They've just never been a band of mine.
They were always under the bridge, huh?
Never gotten down. When I get an album from them, I give it away now.
There you go. You're flying right now.
All right.
You're running the mesh. That's what I'm talking about.
Tonight's battle is the Whippets and the Bears. Pound number 2, the Whippet, one of the fastest animals.
Elusive.
The Bear, one of the strongest animals.
Yes.
If you were a mascot, but you had to be the least intimidating mascot you could think of, what would you be?
The sloth.
The sloth, the three-toed sloth?
I mean,
those guys are vicious.
No, I'm talking about the one that's like, hey, everybody.
You're talking about they're talking about the animated one.
Like his
that
kung fu
works.
takes 15 minutes to do one chop. You know what I mean? That to me is like, he looks intimidating, but then he comes at you like,
Flash, 100 out. Yeah, 100
like he got
dash.
gas problems. I don't know. I don't want to intimidate the guy. I just let him go.
I mean, I think Cal Santa Barbara took a page that way, going with the banana slug.
The banana slug. Yeah.
For me, I don't know that there's any animal less intimidating than that little teacup dog that goes in the purse.
The one you could have like
a little
as
miniature.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you buy one get two free because they're too small.
Yeah, I mean, that can't be. All right, and your last pound of pasta.
Give it to me, brother. I'm ready.
We're entering October. It's Halloween season.
Yes.
Right now is the transition. Everyone out there is transitioning from their iced coffee to their hot coffee. It's that time of year. So if you could only have one hot drink for the rest of your life and one cold drink for the rest of your life, what would they be?
Okay, for like anything, right? But,
yeah.
But it's because the October flavor.
Yeah,
I always wanted to try candy corn coffee. I don't know if that
so
would
you're
be
telling me that if you could only have one drink for the whole rest of your life, you would choose candy corn coffee?
Because candy corn was the kind of candy you could sit there and be popping them and like chewing them. You could bite them down. You could bite the flavors and then put it in coffee with the aroma and the bustness.
No. We've already established on this show that candy corn is the single most overrated Halloween candy in the history of Halloween candy.
No, to be honest with you, I'm not a diet kind of guy. The diet drinks make me feel like I have some kind of awkwardness about it's not the original. So that's one thing for me. Any kind of Coca-Cola, like that. But the hot, wow, to be honest with you, I'm not a tea guy. I only like one ginseng back in the day, and after that, I've been like, honestly, I feel like I.
So in general, you're not a hot drink guy. You're more of a cold drink.
Hey, listen, Bustelo in the morning, Bustelo at night. I feel happy and I feel
then that would be the one drink for the rest of your life. If hot,
yeah,
would be Bustelo.
I guess so.
What would be the
ice? You buy them
one?
by the brick, and then they stay strong, and you could stack them up and use them like to put furniture on it. And then when you need it, you pull it off, cut it, fresh.
What would the cold one be?
The cold one, honestly, I think I'm gonna say, man, RC Cola back in the day made my nostrils burn, and I felt like that was traumatic for me. So therefore, I was like, I don't think I'll ever drink RC Cola again. And then they never came out. I guess they left. So sorry.
I'm going to go with a nice cold iced tea. Ooh. Delicious iced tea.
tea?
Peter Wappy, before we get to second half kickoff, I want to bring you in here because for me, you're the musical guy. You have such an eclectic taste. What would yours be? We got David Byrne and Talking Heads, the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So I feel awful saying it, but I never got into Prince. And I appreciate the greatness.
Yeah.
I just never was a fan.
Yeah.
I totally get that. Someone asked me the other day if I was an old Michael or a new Michael Jackson guy, and I said I'm a Jackson 5 fan. But when Michael Jackson in the '80s, honestly, when he was everything, I was more of a Prince guy.
Yeah.
And that's because Apollonia starred in Purple Rain, and that was really I don't even know if Prince was in. He was in that movie. I don't even really know.
I'm still trying to find Lake Minnetonka. I'm still trying to find that place.
Well, there's your 3 pounds of pasta. Thank you, Gunner, for your donation. Everyone else in the chat who donated to Game Day at 6-0 Windham.
And by the way, the best cold drink is a root beer float.
Ooh. I'm not going to debate that one. That's solid.
That's great.
That is a solid. That's a little ice cream. All right, I like that. Opening kickoff in the second half. Schrage knocks it, and it goes through Jenkins out of bounds. So inside the 20, Windham will have their first possession of the second half with a 6-0 lead.
On the far side goes on.
Yeah, you got me with that root beer float. I remember when I was a kid in Woolworths.
That's solid.
You could go shopping, and then $1.25, you have yourself a burger and a root beer float. Unbelievable back in the day.
Now, root beer float is solid. The question I have, though, is really could you have that for if that's the only drink you could have for the rest of your time, is that really something that you would drink every day?
I'd be running as fast as Forrest Gump. I don't think I'd be able to.
If that was the only meal I could have for the rest of my life, it would be root beer float.
All right, good. Our little A&W root beer and a little vanilla ice cream. Love it. First down. Handoff, and that ball is on the turf, but he held on to it. It's loose again. Stonington says they have it, and I think they do.
What a great play.
Coming out of the pile with it is Logan Christina. And on first down, Alvarado never got in sync with the running back.
The big man, 53, Ethan Green, I believe that's his name. He was the one that blew the play up, worked and penetrated upfield and met at the mesh point. And his tackling technique, keeping that ball right on that ball side, knocked that ball out. Great play.
Stonington's first possession of the second half will be in the red zone. That ball is all the way down at the 16-yard line. Carter with the hard count's going to draw Windham off, taking advantage of that aggressive Windham defense. That'll go 5 yards, and that'll be a 2nd and 5. Down to the 10-yard line, everything. The world's your oyster right now, Stonington. Every time they've been here, they've gone backwards. Now's the time for them.
Definitely. You know, we call that in football 101 parents, if you hear a freeze play or a solid cold play, that's what we keep the offense. They'll just bark and make sounds to get this kind of reaction from a defense that's aggressive like that, getting these free extra 5 yards that'll make those play calls be a lot better.
Incomplete on first down from Carter. I like that. 1st and 5, take a shot.
Definitely.
Windham, underrated secondary. They've done a very good job tonight keeping Stonington under wraps. And it's 2nd and 5 here for the Bears. Carter from the shotgun. Massengale is the setback to the right. Carter going to throw again. In the flat. Has his man bumped out of bounds. It's Spurley. That is right at the marker at the stick. It's going to be short by 2 yards. So 3rd and 2. We would be remiss if we didn't say that Patrick McGugan, the two-way star of the Stonington Bears, not currently on the field. He left in the first half. We wish him all the best, but he is not back on the field here to start half 2. Instead, Carter has it 3rd and 3. Stonington looking to get in and tie this ball game. Sends Massengale in motion. Delayed quarterback draw. It's designed. Carter has about 2 before he is brought down, flying to the football from his secondary spot, Kevon Roberts. And Roberts with the tackle.
Tackle made by number 8, Jenkins.
Jenkins in on the tackle as well, so Roberts and Jenkins.
4th and inches.
4th and a foot. Stonington thinks they have the first down. He's asking for that measurement. And they're saying, yes, it's a first down. So move the chains, 1st and goal.
And that's going to be good for your Stonington Bears.
That's only a little bit of a difference, right? 1st and goal versus 4th down. Coach Massengale was like, guys, it's a first down. And they just hadn't, the chain gang wasn't notified that it was a first down.
Notified. They were sitting there patiently waiting.
Carter with the hard count again. Windham doesn't bite. 1st and goal, the closest the Bears have been all game. They've been knocking and knocking inside the red zone, but they have not gotten paid dirt yet. Carter to throw. And it's caught by Cooper Light. Down right at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Cooper has some great hands on that catch right there. Secured some positive yardage for the team.
Carter, very deliberate, looking at his coach, getting the play. Massengale stands to his right, 2nd and goal Bears. Massengale in motion. Carter on the delay. Beautiful cutback. Touchdown, Stonington High School. Jaden Carter was bobbling the football as he went in, but it is a touchdown. He crossed the goal line, and they're hustling right up to the muddle huddle.
My favorite type of special team.
Oh, the muddle huddle. Will Windham be befuddled? And we're going to get the 2-point attempt, Carter. And a flag. Of course there is, because no one can run this without a flag. And that is against Stonington, which is the same thing that happened to Windham. So why do we run this? It's an automatic penalty. No one seems to do it. Let's move it back. And it's going to be now another attempt at the. Now they're going to send in the kicker.
Yep.
Schrage is going to come in to attempt the extra point. This time from the right at the 15-yard line. So it'll be about a 25-yard extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is plenty high enough, plenty long enough, and it's good.
Might be a flag there, Casey. Might be a flag.
There is a flag on the play, and it's a false start against the offense. That's 5 more yards. Now, that kick was good from 40.
Yeah.
He's got the leg. They just have to get the snap down and the hold down. And what my experience is on these extra points in high school is keeping people from flying in and blocking it when you need that one extra second to line up and hit it.
Well, really simple. It's all about physics. I had the opportunity to be a long snapper with a great holder, and the biggest thing is that if you could time it to a point where you get it under 0.9 seconds, it's unblockable. I mean, you definitely could do it, but again, it's a good snap, good hold, follow-through kick.
Schrage will try it again, this time from 30 yards. Snap, hold, kick is up, sailing wide right, just slides wide right, and we're tied at 6. Let's look at the Carter touchdown.
Windham 6.
Carter with a beautiful cutback on this delayed handoff, as that's the Cooper Light play. We'll get there.
It's a Benny Hill moment right here, America. It's all good.
But right here, we'll see.
There it is, my friend.
We're going to watch Carter. Watch him with the one-step delay. Allow the 3 guys that are standing to your right to get a little bit of penetration so that he can cut it back inside.
Definitely. Good key blocking. And again, they had the number of blockers outnumbering the defense and that formation because they took that back and spread them out. And that causes that linebacker to fly out the pocket.
Now, he literally dropped the football with no contact whatsoever, but he was into the end zone. That would have been disastrous for Stonington. But instead, we're tied at 6, and Schrage is in for the kickoff with the ball sitting at the 40-yard line for the Bears. Schrage, high kick, spiraling over the head of everyone and bouncing into the end zone. Touchback, and Windham will have their possession. You know, off of their first drive, which they got on the short field, the Whippets have not moved the ball. The Bears' defense has really risen to the occasion.
First and 10 from the 25.
You know, when Stonington's quick game right now, if they could continue to produce this kind of plays, the defense is giving them the flat routes, the outside corner numbers. And if you could be able to attack with your spread formation, those matching route numbers, the out routes, you can kind of make the defense force into a man-to-man. And that's where you have your mismatches where you can do the blocking scheme for some ISO runs for the quarterback or give it a good shot. Go downfield. Go for it.
First down, Alvarado under center. Handoff. And a big hit on Garcia Rodriguez by Light, but not until he gained 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Rodriguez on the carry, gain of 3.
Tackle made by number 21, Jack Goddard, with help from number 3, Cooper Light.
So I got to give a lot of credit. This Bears defense much better against the run than I gave them credit for. And certainly, if you look at the teams they played, a lot of points to Killingly, who can run and throw it. A lot of points to Woodstock, who can do both things. So, handoff, Garcia Rodriguez, big hole, and a first down crossing the 35-yard line. So I gave him credit, and he just ripped off 20 yards.
That's why I love you. You've been 0 for 8 this year. It's all right, though, because, again, this is what we're trying to talk about. This Windham offense, the running game, these guys, if they work to that second level, become more aggressive, more physical, they break away. So, yeah, the defense is high risk. We're going to get those gap protected, but at the same time, if you got a running back like him, it's going to be hard to stop.
First down, Windham, ball at the 37-yard line. Handoff again, Garcia Rodriguez, another cutback, puts his head down and gains 10 on first down. Garcia Rodriguez has been patient here in these last couple of runs.
Yep. Okay, so again, we got some fans all the way down Tennessee hearing us and saying we're doing a great job. Brother Nelly down there, one of my old athletes. Mad love out there. It's unbelievable how we get this raw connection. And all of our people in the local areas that have moved out are hearing us tonight. So it's really sweet to hear some things like that.
First down. Alvarado in at quarterback still for Windham. And we're going to have a flag again. It's been a lot of flags on the offenses tonight. A lot of false starts. There's another one that time against Windham. It'll back them up 5 yards. Earlier, we had a tackle made by Torwella. We had Gabriel Torwella.
Yeah.
That name familiar to you, Torwella?
The Torwella family now?
Yeah.
Cosa Nostra right there. You
That's
know
right. So, saw Maria coming into the game. She said, is Pasta doing the game with you? I said, he is. She said,
little sis.
She said, I can't wait to see you guys.
Oh, I love it.
Of course, another Whaler, Arnie De La Rosa, who's a fine coach over here, came over and said hello to us beforehand. So, a lot of familia here at the.
Remember the year you took a picture? How could he fit that whole picture and all of us together in that little spot there?
He's a magician. Handoff and hit in the backfield. Deshaun Chapman nowhere to go. Beautiful step-up tackle made by Cole Scahill.
Great job off the edge. He was not waiting for the block. He went right past it with his speed, and that's where the favorite part of Stonington that I admire is we're not big, but we're fast and elusive. If we could be aggressive and attack with that speed, we're going to be making these guys throw the ball.
2 backwards plays here brings up 2nd and 20 for the Whippets. Alvarado fakes the handoff, rolls right, he's pressured, rolling, throwing, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Cameron Borscher was the first to get a hand on it, and it'll be 3rd and 20.
This Bear defense is playing with excitement tonight.
And let's not forget that Stonington is doing this without one of their leading players in Patrick McGugan, who left in the first half, and that defense really flying to the football. And I think the change to Alvarado at quarterback has changed the dynamic a little bit for Windham as well.
Yeah.
3rd and 20. Not prime position for this Whippets offense. Jenkins in motion. Alvarado rolls, steps and throws, flicks, has a man, and it's complete to Chapman. But it's going to be well short of the first down. He does cross midfield. 4th and I believe 8. Will the Whippets go for it? I think they probably will.
Number 7,
Massengale with the stop for Stonington. They're going to say 4th and 7 as the ball's marked right at the 49-yard line of Stonington. Chapman is the punter. He stays in the game, so it looks like they're going to try to pin Stonington back.
This is definitely a chess game in this situation right now in the 3rd quarter. You definitely want to work on field position and to see if an offense can make a mistake or have a bad series to win and gain those yardages that you need.
Well, I think this is a spot where Chapman's punting style suits him. He hits those low-line drives, trying to get a roll down inside the 20. Spurley back deep for Stonington. We'll see if he can get to it. Low snap. They're coming after it. There's the low punt, and it takes a Windham bounce inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. So the Bears will have it there at the 24-yard line. They trot onto the field. Let's see what Jaden Carter and the boys have after they scored on their last possession. It is currently 6-6. Something's got to give here at Stonington High School.
Here's a question I might need to ask you guys. So what's the farthest fan that we've had either in the United States or maybe outside the country?
Well, we have fans overseas, and I believe we've had them as far as the Middle East. I don't know if we've had anyone like Australia, New Zealand, anything like that. Peter might remember. Carter on first down, Massengale to his right. Carter to throw. Out in the flat, incomplete, short for Spurley.
I just remember that R.J. Evans was like globetrotting and checking in from London and various places all over.
RJ was one of our big fans, and yeah, he checked in. We've had military people stationed overseas.
We've had some like military alums around the Pacific for sure, I remember.
That's awesome.
2nd down and 10. I remember Legolas from New Zealand. One time he gave us a shout out. He likes elfin football. I only bring that up because I know we had somebody from New Zealand one time, and I just can't remember why or who. Into the flat. Massengale sidesteps, breaks a tackle, shows some speed, and gets a first down. Maddox Massengale, kind of a one-person effort there with a big run, and a flag comes in as there's a little extracurricular on the field, some shoving, and we're going to stop that one pretty quickly. And we have an injured Whippet on the field as well. So while they figure out the flag and they attend to the injured Whippet, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Communities that are no longer covered by local newspapers become news deserts that lack journalists providing government oversight and access to quality information. The Day is committed to providing comprehensive news coverage in every town in southeastern Connecticut, but we've had to scale back coverage in some towns, including Ledyard and North Stonington, due to market forces affecting local news companies around the country. We need the continued support of the communities we serve to help fund additional staffing that enables us to provide the kind of coverage our readers expect in every town in the region. If you'd like to support the Day's News Desert Fund, please visit givebutter.com/theday.
6-all, 1st and 10, Stonington at midfield. Jaden Carter, the one Stonington touchdown on a quarterback keeper, sends Massengale in motion, and he looks to throw. Pressured up the middle, swings it into the flat. He was looking for Cooper Light, and Light was well defended by Roberts. Incomplete, it'll be 2nd down.
Dude, both defenses have been playing really good football and taking these risks that you would expect, only happen one or twice in the game. They're just using it as their base plan and gearing up and ready to go.
Well, Alvarado has done a fabulous job one-on-one with Spurley, who has been the leading deep target for Carter all year. I'm still waiting for that one home run ball from Carter to Spurley. They like to do it sideline. We'll see if they get one here. Carter pressured. Get a flag. We're going to get a hold. Pass is complete. Austin center. But I think that's going to come back as the hold was right here, out in front of everybody. Sorry, young man. No place to hide on that one.
Yeah, definitely. He was not. His footwork wasn't really under him. And usually, as an offensive lineman, you want to keep that composure all the way across, because if the momentum of the defender passes by you, you're going to end up grabbing cloth, and that's what happened right there.
So that's going to be a very, very harmful penalty against the Bears. It'll be 2nd and 20. Ball goes back to the 40-yard line. 5:01 remaining here in period number 3. Not what we expected, a low-scoring affair between the Stonington Bears and the Windham Whippets. 2nd down, Carter. Almost fumbled the snap. Little hitch and go. He throws it in the flat to Massengale, and he is hit and buried almost immediately. Deshaun Chapman right up to make the hit. It's going to bring up 3rd and very long.
Short game.
Both defenses have forced these offenses to have 3rd and long situations, but they've also been hurting themselves, and that's one thing that I think you have to work on. Get the continuity back on playing every play good.
Yep. 3rd down, Carter has 3 receivers to his left, and Spurley out alone on the right with Alvarado out on him. Now Massengale will switch to the strong side, and in motion goes Cooper Light. Carter, deep ball, has Light, throws it over the wrong shoulder, or Light turned inside, but that play was open, and that would have been a big play for the Bears. Instead, they will have to punt it away. Missed opportunity that time between Carter and Light.
Really tough. The old traditional wheel route where your outside receiver breaks in and forces that corner to go in. Now, the defense can switch those roles, but when you're running the wheel route, we're always saying press to the numbers. He didn't. He stayed vertical, and the ball was actually thrown better. He just had to be in a better route position, which outside numbers of the receiver should be the one that he should be running to. So outside numbers for that play. Didn't work out.
Schrage to punt. We saw a big leg earlier. He's looking to switch the fields here. Good snap. Punt away, and another boomer. Fair catch by Chapman at the 27-yard line. And that's where Windham will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 27 in a 6-6 ball game. Next week, we talked about, we'll be at Waterford High School, where the currently undefeated 3-0 Ledyard Colonels and the currently 3-0 undefeated Waterford Lancers are due to meet in a battle with 2 of the fine quarterbacks in the league. Jax Higgins, the dual threat, A.J. Adamick, who might run it 40 times next week against Waterford, and that should be a lot of dynamic athletes on the field on both sides. Kirsch is a fabulous back for Ledyard. Spencer, fabulous wing back for Waterford, so should be really great next week at Waterford High School. 6-6 here, Windham with the ball. Handoff, Garcia Rodriguez has 5, brought down by Goddard, but that's more in line with what Windham's looking to do off tackle for a big gain on 1st down.
Yeah, go back to the fundamentals of the run game. Do what they started in the beginning that got in that first touchdown drive, is feed that big 44.
Clock running with 3.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd. Alvarado under center, hands it off to Garcia Rodriguez again. Breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, has a 1st down and more. Rumbles almost to midfield. And we're going to have a cramping Chase Spurley. They're going to attend to him. We're going to take a quick break. 6-6. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
At The Day, our journalists are in your community, talking with business owners, attending town meetings, analyzing data, talking to government leaders, reporting on the issues that matter most to you. Since 1881, we have been serving our community and will continue to do so 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never miss a day of news. Enjoy convenient home delivery right to your doorstep, 7 days a week. Subscribe at theday.com/subscribe.
Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. Located in Waterford, we're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today. Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call now to book. First down, Windham, ball just on their half of the football field at the 48-yard line. 6-all, Whippets. Off tackle, Garcia Rodriguez. Another gain of 4 or 5, and that's been the bread and butter here of Windham of late, getting to that off tackle spot with Acel Garcia Rodriguez.
Yeah, he is running very physical today, and I think right now Coach is asking him, and we all know it's tough because these guys are playing all positions, but he's got to feed it and fight through it. You can see he's tired, but that heart of the offense right now, pushing and helping, is making positive drives, and that's what they need right now, positive drives.
They're in Stonington territory with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the third period in a 6-6 ball game. Second down. Alvarado's going to keep it himself. That play had nothing going on. Stonington did the double run blitz, shot both gaps, and Goddard brings down Alvarado after a short gain, 3rd and 5.
Every gap was clogged, brother. That was a great defensive call at that time, knowing that they like to come back and run that weak side ISO.
That was like Crystal Mall 1988. There were so many people in the gap.
Oh my God! Wow, and you called the gap too? Oh my! I went there the other day to get a Halloween outfit for a young kid, and I was shocked. I mean, it's
like
changed.
There's 6 stores in the Crystal Mall.
Yeah, it's changed.
Men's Warehouse is still there though, so
gotta represent.
We'll keep going.
See if I can get a free tux.
3rd and 5. Big play here for the Stonington defense, and the Windham offense jumps. And that'll back him up 5, and he knew it. He's
a lot of whistles, a lot of flags today. All we need is roller skates and a roller rink, and we're going at it right here.
That's a big penalty because that puts Windham back on the other side of midfield, which honestly, on 3rd and 5 from where they were, they may have gone for it on 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Yeah. This is a little different here. If they don't get 8 yards, I don't think they're going to give Stonington the short field. So that was a big penalty. I'll be curious here if they run the football or if they try to let Alvarado dump something into the flat. Alvarado to throw. Flings it. Man, wide open, and it's dropped. Thrown behind and dropped. Yadiel De Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Out in the pattern. Not normally used and off the fingertips. Incomplete.
Casey passed me the Pepto-Bismol. Those was clutch. That could have been a great play for that program right there. It's so close. The pressure was called. The route was perfect. And all he had to do was catch the ball.
The ball was thrown perfectly. It's, again, one of those things where he turned over the wrong shoulder, so he had to turn back around the other way and couldn't locate the football. And the difference between a touchdown and a punt is just a matter of inches. Now, Spurley is normally the return guy. He's the one that came off with the cramp, so he won't be there. The punt off the foot of Chapman goes at about a 45-degree angle left. So out of bounds, and Stonington will have it at their own 38-yard line. So a good field position. Spurley back on for Stonington. And this is where, with 1:03 remaining in the third, the Bears, if nothing else, really need to get a couple of first downs and change field position. They seem like they've kind of stalled. They've either been all the way inside the 20 or nothing doing at all. Carter on first down. They like that hard count. This time, Windham discipline didn't do anything. Carter going to throw. Looking, nothing, steps up, evades the one-man Vilche and gains perhaps 3.
Short game.
Tackle made by number 71, Vilche.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Clock now under 40 seconds to remain as this snap goes off. Stonington being much more methodical. I think they'd be fine with letting this clock get all the way down until the official is ready to blow it. Carter steps up into the pressure. Crossing route, had his man light off his hands, maybe a little bit behind him. 3rd and 9.
These little mis-executions are so close to being big plays, Casey. I mean, they got to keep on fighting to try. Obviously, that's needed, but, man, it's just unbelievable how close things are. They just got to make sure they can be confident in what they're doing to finish this drive. I mean, they can.
Big play here, 3rd and 9. 20 seconds remaining here in the 3rd in a 6-6 game. Carter to throw. Plenty of time. Wanted the home run. Instead, zips it out to Spurley at the stick. 1st down, crossing midfield. Nice effort from Chase Spurley, and that ball was thrown right on the money by Jaden Carter. Flag on the play. Officials talking it over.
Flag on the play.
I'm not sure what the flag is. 5-yard face mask. When they were trying to get Spurley, they got a little hand on the face mask. That'll give him 5 more yards. Stonington's in business now at the 43 of Windham with maybe one more play remaining in the quarter if they want it. And nope, Stonington is going to let this thing go. 4th quarter action coming on the other side. We're tied at 6, but the Bears are driving in front of the home folks. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. At the end of today's game, you'll have the Philomenas Player of the Game. Game Day is brought to you by Philomenas. It's always Game Day at Philomenas, southeastern Connecticut's go-to destination for events, fine food, and great atmosphere. Offering an all-new brunch menu, wing and drink specials, and live music, Philomenas provides the premier atmosphere for viewing all of your college and pro football. Stop in and see Mike or Sarah sit at the brand new bar or reserve your party in one of 3 private dining areas. Everyone's family at Philomenas. And you're also going to want to follow Game Day CT after the game for the Scient Top Play. Pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Scient Federal Credit Union. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit scientfcu.org to learn more.
Visiting sponsors.
4th quarter about to begin, and you see right there at the bottom of your screen a terrible sight. That is Patrick McGugan, our guy, with a crutch on the sidelines with his team. Obviously not going to be back tonight, and we wish him nothing but the best here. And that's going to be an emotional support for his team, for him to be on the sideline. Jaden Carter has the Bears in Windham territory here, 1st and 10, and a flag. That time I think Stonington moved, and they did. It'll be 1st and 15.
Remind me to change my house sheets, blankets, and everything from yellow to regular white now from here on. No more yellow for me.
No more yellow? You've seen enough flags. You've seen enough yellow?
Yeah.
Enough yellow to last you for a while?
I ate a banana at halftime. I don't even want to think about eating banana for the rest of my life.
Carter on the quarterback keeper will get back the penalty yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. We're in the 4th quarter, so I should mention that at the end of the game, you're going to want to, as always, head to our social medias and find the Philomenas Player of the Game and the Scient Federal Credit Union Play of the Game, both of which will be available to you on our social medias at Game Day CT. 2nd and 10, Carter moves Spurley a little closer. Sends Light in motion. Gonna throw. Pressured off the edge. Steps up. Jump throw. And what a catch by Spurley. Spurley will have it. He'll be short of the 1st down, but beautiful fingertip grab.
Pass complete.
We'll see where they mark it. That's a lot of effort for a 4-yard gain, but 3rd and 4. See what Stonington draws up on 3rd and 4. They're in 4-down territory, so trying to get Windham to go. Nothing there. Turning to the sideline. We'll take a look at the wristband. Carter sees something. He's relaying it over to the sidelines. He's asking if the Alfredo is going to be fettuccine or linguine after the game.
I thought it was Alfredo.
And the Stonington sidelines very unhappy. That's a delay of game. That's going to back them back up 5. So again, at the end of this game, we're going to get the coach's interview and the Philomena's player of the game. Of course, the Philomena's player of the game will be presented with a beautiful player of the game day t-shirt, courtesy of Sporties in Waterford. And they will have free wings at Philomena's if they wear that shirt down to Philomena's this weekend for their immediate family or friends and themselves. 3rd and 9. And we're going to get another
Okay. All
Stonington going in the wrong direction here, and that has been kind of the story for them tonight.
Yellow is the prime color.
I'd say this is the most flags that I've seen.
I believe so. I believe
in a game this year.
Let's just say so many flags out there. We'll be all warm and cozy by the end of this game.
Third and long. Carter to throw. Nothing there. Plenty of time. Rolls. Looking. Throws. And incomplete. Flag down. That's usually illegal man downfield.
We got.
They were rolling. He was rolling for a long time. It looks like it is. It's going to be against Stonington, and I got to think that Windham will decline it. Let's see if, in fact, he touches his head.
I'm waiting for that one.
Actually, personal foul against Stonington.
I don't know what that second signal was. I thought it overhugging or something. I don't know. Casey, what did we get there?
I don't know. But Sprague's going to come in to Schrag is going to come in to punt it. And Chapman will be back to receive it as Stonington will try to flip the field position here against Windham. Disappointing offensive possession that time for the Bears. Good hands from Schrag, the punt high. He's going to need a bounce. He gets a lateral one and then a little bit of a Stonington bounce that takes him to the 30-yard line. So Windham will come over, take it over at the 30. Quick story that I think only the people in the booth here can appreciate most. I was watching the fabulous Alabama-Georgia game last Saturday.
Was that a game or what?
Huh? I got a text message from my good friend Eric Bergstrom, and he said, what a call by the announcer on the big touchdown pass from Milroe to the young 17-year-old Williams.
Imagine that.
4 + 2 is 6.
4 + 2 is 6.
Number 4, Milroe. Number 2, Williams connects. And he says,
that was quick.
4 + 2 is 6. Now, I'll continue the story after this play here on first down. Handoff, off tackle, and a flag comes in. His point was, what a brilliant ad-lib, improv moment from the announcer, which it would have been. However, upon further review, in the preseason, they asked Williams why he took number 2, because that wasn't the number he wore in high school.
That's true.
And he said, I took it because my man Milroe wears 4, and 4 + 2 is 6.
6.
So it's a great job by the announcer, not because he ad-libbed it, but because he did his research.
Right.
And he knew at the moment that to bring it into play and use it in the biggest moment, because he did his research. So as an announcer, as much as everyone loves the idea of us being super creative and on our feet,
it's a lot of work.
I know Peter Wappy appreciates the research and timing that goes into a call like that.
Definitely insight, good work here. And I mean, like you guys have been teaching me these past 3 years, a lot of those little things to do, those contacts with kids, and it gives us the opportunity to get those little things that we would say wouldn't be out in the big world, but when you show it and shines, it makes these players be more like, I guess, showcase and then brought up in a manner that we could see how this sport has brought some success for them.
False start and a further issue. will back Windham up to their 25-yard line.
Against Windham with a false start.
They're ejecting someone from the stands on top of it all, but it's going to bring up 1st and 15, which for this Windham offense, they're in a little bit of a danger spot right here. 1st and 15, down inside, deep in their own territory, 10 minutes remaining. Like, you know, do you pound it? Do you take a shot? I'll be interested to see here what they decide to do. Handoff. And a bruising run by Garcia Rodriguez. He gets up and points forward. I mean, he got back the penalty yardage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Tackle made by number 25, Logan Christina, with help from number 3.
You know, one thing I learned about this program when I was talking to my friend Alex, who coaches in youth football, you know, sometimes Windham has to go right back to their roots. You know, they're playing a game. It's difficult. We know it's tough. It's a mental tough game. So these guys have to say, hey, let's stick with each other. Let's do what we've been doing. Get that love together and play football the way we're supposed to play. And that drive right there, or that run, sets the tone of what they're all about.
He ran over the top of 2 Stonington defenders, one of whom has come out of the game on this 2nd and 10. Alvarado's going to throw, rolls, throws incomplete just over the outstretched arms of Troy Torres Mori. It'll be 3rd and 10.
33, Torres is incomplete.
Brings up a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 is no good. We all know that. Hoping that these guys can find a play to make it happen.
This is what we talked about. I said for Windham, it's kind of in the danger zone.
Yeah.
30-yard line with Chapman, and just the style of punt that he has means that, you know, you risk the possibility of giving Stonington an incredibly short field. 9 minutes is sometimes an eternity.
Mm-hmm.
It can also go by really
fast. We all know that.
By the way, after this play, I'm going to give you one of the all-time great quotes from last night's Bacon Academy and Killing the Game. Timeout, Windham. So we'll take a timeout. 6-6, big 3rd down play coming up. You're watching Game Day live on Day.com.
Last year, Waterford senior number 4 on the grade 8, the Olympico kick. I'm here with Cam Dickinson. I don't think she can pull it off. It looks way too hard. I think it was a fluke. Get it done.
I got it.
That was just too easy, and that is a grade 8 play. Send in your best plays and see if you can beat that and make this year's grade 8 Olympico style.
Relive a century of history from the perspective of southeastern Connecticut with the new hardcover book, Front Page News, A Century of Big Stories in the Day, 1881 to 1981. This 136-page limited edition book captures the pulse of a region and a nation, showcasing the day's most iconic front pages from its first 100 years.
Big 3rd down play. Alvarado rolls right, steps up, evades pressure, stays on his feet, but he's not going to get enough. It's going to bring up 4th and 5. He was brought down at the 34-yard line. Outstanding night tonight from Ethan Green. He has been all over the place. He caused the fumble earlier. 4th down and 7, and we're going to see Chapman into punt.
Yeah, the young man is playing with a passion right now, and he's trying to get the fans going here. I'm really impressed with the defense today for Stonington. They are showing, just again, good discipline, trying to play in the fabrics of the, the whistle, but taking those risks that, again, I thought before would be like they'll be more conservative. No, great effort by this program to get this defense rolling against a good power offense that's just right now stifled.
Back deep for Stonington is number 4, Chase Spurley.
Chapman into punt. High snap. It floats. This one might get blocked. Will he get to the 1st down marker? No, he won't. Stonington flies to the football. Big play from Gabe Torruella.
A lot of effort by that young man. Good job. That defensive series right now keeps the momentum in Stonington's favor, and right now leading an opportunity for their offense to get some points.
Stonington in front of the home crowd has it on Windham's side of the field. Great field position. It wasn't that the snap was bad or high. It was a floater.
Yeah, it was
and
floater.
and there was too much pressure coming from Garrett Cooper. First down run from Carter, nothing there. Out of bounds. A couple of out-of-town scores, not a surprise. Ledgerd putting a thumping on Montville, 36-6 in the third. A bit of a surprise, Fitch, 21-19 over East Lyme. Looks like East Lyme might be starting to put a little bit of something together. That's a big one because Fitch was looking to go 2-2 into their bye.
Right.
And that's a big one for East Lyme as they're trying to get a victory here over the Falcons. That would be a big one. Here it's 2nd and 12. Carter from the shotgun looking to throw. Plenty of time. What a great job by the Windham secondary. Carter has to be careful, and he is once again buried. When Jaden Carter goes to sleep tonight, Asiel Garcia Rodriguez might stick him in his dreams.
We need to give him some Formula 44D the way he's playing right now. He is really neutralizing and making this defense spark up. What a great effort. Fought against the offensive tackle, had a chip off the backer, and he found a way to turn and rotate, come back and wrap and tackle the quarterback. Great effort.
With Malachi Fowler and Asiel Garcia Rodriguez, I don't want to get hit. They both can stick. Carter, deep ball, has a man, and he just overthrows Spurley at the 5-yard line, incomplete. That's the shot I've been waiting for them to take. It's going to bring up 4th down. That was open. Spurley, the speedster. Now Stonington is going to send, it looks like, the punt unit in and see if they can pin Windham down. This is what I talked about. If they can pin Windham down with 6:52, and maintain field position. Now, interesting, the kicker is Schrage, and he is not in to punt right now. So the backup kicker is in the game for Stonington, the backup punter. Schrage is on the sidelines being examined after he took the hit from Rodriguez. Good punt, though. Takes a sideways bounce, and Stonington downs it inside the 5. Fabulous job by the backup punter. Byron Stillman, the backup punter, the sophomore.
Way to step it up. Sophomore coming in, backing up his teammate. That's a great opportunity for him to get some shine right there and put the Windham Whippets offense deep in the hole right there. They're going to have a hard time right now.
So a lot going on. So Schrage is out of the game. He's on the bench. He took a hit as a cornerback on Garcia Rodriguez.
Yeah.
He came out of the game, and he's been examined by the trainer. So he's out of the game. They're already without McGugan. That's 2 defensive players. But then the punter, and then the kid next man up, right? Now the Whippets in dangerous position down at their own 5-yard line. Timeout, Stonington. We're going to take a break. It's 6-all on the Whippets. And a bit of hurt right now. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
At The Day, our journalists are in your community, talking with business owners, attending town meetings, analyzing data, talking to government leaders, reporting on the issues that matter most to you. Since 1881, we have been serving our community and will continue to do so 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never miss a day of news. Enjoy convenient home delivery right to your doorstep, 7 days a week. Subscribe at theday.com/subscribe.
Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. Located in Waterford, we're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today. Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call now to book. First down, Windham on their own goal line. Handoff. Garcia Rodriguez, ball's on the turf, and they're going to say he was down. But it's still a big defensive play by Stonington. It's going to bring up 2nd and long right down on the 4-yard line. And a injured Whippet, and that is Garcia Rodriguez. He's on the turf.
What a physical football game tonight, guys.
This is, I called it the Windham effect 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Windham was so physical that the team that they played, it was the week after that team, I believe they were like 1-6. So when you played Windham, the week after you played Windham, you lost.
Yeah,
even if you beat Windham, because they were so physical, they just beat people up.
Yeah, one of the things that I think that makes them a strong team is that core relationship. We talk about youth sports and how some schools you don't see that connection, and then you have two programs like Stonington and Windham, where you can actually walk into their youth program and see the similarities. What I learned about Windham was that Coach Probst always takes his players and they go right back to the practice field with the youth, and they teaching them stance, fundamentals, plays, why they call it that way. And the relationship building nurtures this kind of feeder system that keeps these kids safe, supported, and loved. And that's one of the things that I love about the town is that you're all kind of like, the old good Cosa Nostra, New London guy mentality. We're always helping each other out, and that's why this program thrives through those low numbers. The way he said it best, he said, yeah, we're low numbers, but we're high quality, and we're trying to keep it that way while we work through this way. So, I love Stonington because of the way they had this program when I first came in. Youth programs always involved, and they try to keep that continuity too. So these two programs, even though they're small, they're great quality programs in our league that have shown a lot of promise. And this game today, to me, I call it the chess game. It wasn't supposed, we're expecting high-scoring game, but it wasn't. But this physical football game, I love it because I know what's going in the X's and O's of that.
I call it the war of attrition.
Yes, sir.
On the Stonington side of things, first we saw Patrick McGugan knocked out of the game.
Yeah.
Then we saw Jacob Schrag knocked out of the game. On the Windham side of things, they've been they switched quarterbacks. They've played with Asael Garcia Rodriguez is down on the turf. They're at their own 5-yard line. It's second down. The clock's down. It's all
a lot
back
of ice
up
bags
against
after
it.
this game, my brother. Remember that? A lot of ice bags.
Right now, Windham, this is where it's dig deep time. They got to find a way just to get out of there, right out of the danger zone.
You're so right, brother.
Alvarado. And another flag. Why not?
Oh, boy.
Let's see what this one is. It's a false start against Windham, so they're going to back it up. I don't know how much more they can get backed up. They're already at the 4, so they'll go to the 2.
Very, very tough situation for Windham right now.
And you can see they are essentially on the goal line. It's down at the 1-yard line. They are at the 1-yard line. They cannot go backwards anymore.
Bringing pressure.
This could be a quarterback keeper here from Alvarado. Handoff instead, Chapman, and he just tries to get out of the goal line. He gets to the 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and...
Ball carried by number 33, Torres. Tackle made by number 58.
I mean, it's going to be 3rd and very, very long.
Very long, yeah.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Windham.
So 3rd and 10, ball at the 4-yard line. If they can get any yards at all and punt, you just got to hope you can keep Stonington at midfield. Now, keep in mind the Stonington kicker, Schrag, was out for his last punt, so a last-second field goal by the Bears might not be on the table.
No, definitely it's going to be something that these coaches have to find in their pockets with the players that they have right now who could step up and make a big play.
3rd and 10.
Delay of game.
And delay of game will go back halfway to the goal line. If I had $1 for every flag in tonight's game, I could retire.
I would be going to a buffet right now and paid twice.
Half the distance to the goal. Ball's on the 2.5.
Ball at the 2.5-yard line. Alvarado throws. Tried to go in the flat. We're going to get a penalty on Chapman now. It is not an automatic first down.
No.
So it should be still 3rd down, but that could be 5-yard hold. Gets him a little breathing room. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah.
Stonington saying it was within 5 yards, which it might have been. It should be a holding. It is a holding against Stonington. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Well, this gives them an opportunity right now, to get out from the end zone and maybe do the rollout pass of the bootleg or run the step or even run the ball just to be safely get out of here. But you're talking about chewing the clock. We're at right now 4:59 with all those penalties in between right now. It's a very close game.
Well, it's a huge penalty. It's actually 10-yard penalty.
Yeah.
So it's 3rd and 2 rather than 3rd and 7.
There it is. Yeah, brother, I see it right now.
Now, 3rd and 2, I got to think they keep it in Alvarado's hands.
Yeah.
I think if Fowler could come out of his line position and run it, he would.
Oh, he would.
Quarterback sneak. He gets up right to the line of scrimmage. I think he had enough.
Oh, my God.
Depends on the spot. They're marking it
First down, Windham.
just past, and it's a first down Windham.
Solid blocks by Malachi and Luis Polino, and these guys just dug inside. They're tired. You can see the energy. They've been playing both ways, but they found a way to make a drive here by making those blocks and letting that quarterback go through that A-gap. Pretty smooth right there.
First down, Whippets. Handoff. Not much there. Gain of maybe a yard. Clock running with 4:20 remaining here in the ball game. I think Windham, quite honestly, I think Windham would be happy to just to get out of here at this point, get to the end of regulation tied at 6.
Well, I was thinking about that as well. I'm thinking about what would happen if we do. Your situations of trying to buy in a victory with the players that you're working with, because guys are really kind of falling off and getting hurt here. You got to make sure you can get yourself a situation to win. Maybe going into overtime might be the thing. And
number 58, Jack Lowe.
2nd and 9. Handoff. No, it is a handoff. Big play. Chapman into the open, almost to midfield. Had everybody fooled, but Deshaun Chapman kept it.
Number 3, Chapman.
And he's got Windham in business now all of a sudden. Maybe they're not going to settle for being in it tied at halftime.
Windham does this to you all the time. That counter play in a wing tee is deadly, because if you're not disciplined, you get big plays like this. And he called it at the right time. Great call.
First down, Whippets, as they're inching closer to midfield. Alvarado, handoff. Good hole, and getting to midfield is Jenkins, the previous quarterback. It'll be 2nd down. Who can make it to overtime is the question.
I'll tell you, these guys are they're limping, they're holding their hips, they're trying real hard. But that was a great play again. We see the key block, 71, who does the kick out on that, gives that gap to be wide open, and he's running downfield. That was a great play by that young man.
2nd and 8. Well, call it 2nd and 7. Alvarado to Chapman. Chapman cuts it back. Chapman shows a little bit of burst and gets to the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short.
Ball carried by number 3, Chapman. Tackle made by number 53, Ethan Green.
Green on the tackle.
Guys are holding their arms, Casey, and holding their hands. They're really feeling this black and blue game, I'll tell you, because they've been really pounding. Yet they get ready for another play. What heart on both sides of the ball. These kids are showing what football is all about. Good condition so far for being in this week. Not a lot of guys really cramping, but with Ironman football, shows a lot of character.
3rd and 2. 2.5, we'll call it a long 2. Alvarado. Going to keep it himself. Alvarado breaks a tackle. Alvarado's racing with Spurley. He's inside the 20. He's down inside the 10. Windham improbably knocking on the door.
Wow, unbelievable. Right through the midline. Didn't expect that to happen, but again, he did a perfect fake, and then he kept it worked up field. I don't know what kind of play that was, but guess what? That's resiliency by the young man.
1st and goal for Windham.
There's a rollout kick out. We used to call that G off the side, and we were thinking we were going to run to the left side, but he kept it, went up there, and was wide open.
Give credit to Spurley. He broke the tackle of Spurley. Spurley never gave up, chased him down. But it's going to be 1st and goal, a ball at the 5, 1:37 remaining means Stonington's not likely to have much left in a possession if Windham scores. And we were talking about Windham. Think about that holding penalty on 3rd and 15 that got it to 3rd and short, and they got the first down by inches. Now they're in a position to win the ball game.
This is the character of what Windham football is all about when we go back to working together and playing like brothers right now. They're not pointing fingers. They're not doing anything like that. They're holding it down, and they're confident right now. Even though they're hurting physically, they know they got a chance to knock on the doors and get in the end zone.
1st and goal. Francisco Alvarado, the sophomore, under center. Keeps it himself, cuts it inside. Touchdown, Windham! Francisco Alvarado puts the Whippets on top, 12-6.
Wow.
Windham 12, Stonington 6.
Casey, what a drive that I think even John Elway would have been happy. The desire of feeling you're behind the wall, the character that came out of this drive alone shows that this game has its opportunities if you keep it close in the fourth quarter. We talked about that earlier, keeping it close, and guess what? We're seeing now Windham take that momentum right back in their hands.
99 yards.
99
Let's
yards.
not forget that Windham was on their own goal line. They had literally nowhere to go and went 99 yards for a touchdown. They went from having their backs up against the wall to all of a sudden silencing the Stonington crowd.
Unbelievable. The energy has shifted over so fast off this drive alone.
Chapman in for the extra point. High snap. The kick is up, and it is good. 13-6. Windham on top. Let's take a look at the go-ahead touchdown.
Fakes that dive, and it's an option play. We call it base. Sometimes the old school coaches call it that way. You give it so that the back comes and falls in. He knew it, kept it, ran it right in, nice and easy. Touchdown.
Stonington will get the ball back. They'll have a minute and change. They'll be down a couple of athletes. What will senior Jaden Carter and the Bears come up with on this improbable 13-6 deficit that they now face?
Yeah, it's a drive that they have to have precision and really coordination through going down the field, because wherever it starts, they have to have that mentality to do so. But here's again, Wyndham's been playing both ways. The defense is not as energetic as you expect. These guys got to play football too, so any opportunity of a miscue or missed tackle can change this whole game too.
Keep in mind how Windham won in week 1. A goal line stand. On 4th down, they stopped Notre Dame Prep in order to win that game 12-7. This is a team that has found a way to win here in the early going. Chapman to kick. Bangs it. Bounces at the 10. And bounces into the hands of Olsen. Olsen up the middle. Olsen with a good return. Crosses the 35 to the 37-yard line. So with 1:13 remaining, the Bears have a good starting spot. They need a touchdown.
Can they reply? They look confident as the offensive line right now is ready to go. We're just waiting for the ball to be placed and then see what happens. Here we go, Case.
34-yard line.
Carter at the 34-yard line on 1st down. Zips it in the flat. It's caught by Spurley. Short gain. Stonington is going to have to hustle to the ball.
Even brother Peter Wappy here is just excited, feeling the anticipation of any big play that can come at any moment.
Look for them to take a shot with Spurley down the field here. Carter, 2nd down, gonna throw, fakes the out, rolls, gonna keep it himself, flag in the secondary.
Spurley runs out of bounds, stop the clock.
That would be in the spot of defensive holding.
Flag in the back, holding.
We'll see what the call is. Ken Danowitz,
I believe
our
we
back
only have
judge.
2 more penalty calls, Casey. They complete the whole set today, I think.
And that is defensive holding.
There it is.
Against Windham. So that should be a 10-yard penalty, and they should then have a 1st down. And it should be 1st and 10.
Holding against Windham.
Ball gets moved up to the right about midfield, the 49-yard line. 45 seconds remaining here in the game.
Good for your Stonington Bears.
The question is, if Stonington can tie this thing without their kicker, will they go for 2?
That's a good call. You're right.
Carter to throw. Nothing there. Nothing there. Deep ball. Has a man. It's Light. And Light interfered with. Flag comes down. It'll be pass interference. That'll be a 15-yard penalty and a 1st down. It'll get them to the 35-yard line with 38 seconds remaining.
Casey, this is intense right now. You know, chucking and throwing right now, we'd expect it to be like this. But, again, defensive backs being tired. You have to learn how to play to the ball, turn your head, and rally it. Have your defensive player make sure he's got the hip of the receiver. That didn't happen. A collision occurred, and there's the penalty.
So the ball will be at the Windham 36-yard line with 38 seconds remaining.
Casey, I got Manny all the way down in Virginia, and all the Sanabria boys sending you love, saying that this game is exciting hearing your voice.
Well, I appreciate it. Carter to throw. Plenty of time. Zips it on the out pattern, and it's caught. Caught by a freshman. Why not? Gavin Olsen-Gauss. Why not throw it to a freshman? 26 seconds remaining. It's a 7-yard gain and a timeout, Stonington. We are not going anywhere. We're keeping it here.
Yes, sir. No way, Jose. Oh, wait, that's me.
That is you. You know, why not, in the biggest drive of the season, throw it to a freshman?
You know, we had a sophomore coming in to help kick and put him in a situation that was positive. We know that Windham scored on that. We also have these young kids coming in because, again, this is what makes football special. These programs, you have to have people come in and step it up. And so far, we're seeing some good names shining that are really making this a really good game.
29 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Windham went 99 yards to go ahead 13-6. Stonington has it all the way inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. If they manage somehow to score a touchdown, their kicker is out of the game. Let's find out first. They need to score. Carter on 2nd and short. Gonna throw. Looking. Corner route. Throws it into double coverage, and it's incomplete. Nice job coming over from the secondary was Torres Mori, and give Olsen credit for turning into a defensive back and knocking that to the ground. It'll be 3rd and 2.
That was safety read because they're playing two-man, and he could see it, and he ran and played a good angle on that ball.
3rd and 2. Massengale to the left of Carter. Carter to throw. Has time. Steps up. Breaks a tackle. Has a first down. Heads to the sidelines. Out of bounds. Jaden Carter has a first down for the Bears.
Woo! Hey. I ran out of Pepto-Bismol, but it's feeling good, though. I'm all right.
Big play by Carter.
These kids are not giving up both sides, Casey, at all, brother.
12 seconds. Ball on the 22. Time for 2 more plays.
All right.
Carter to throw. Corner route. And just overthrows Schrage, which is huge. He's back in the game.
Yes.
So there's Schrage back in the game. However, that took up 8 seconds.
That did.
You have 8 more. You've got time for maybe an out pattern and then a play.
Yep, one fade route. An opportunity like that can really help out. Let's see right now. Defense right now is too deep with a man under principle.
A flag. Timeout Windham. Why not? Let's talk it over with 8 seconds remaining. 13-6. Windham on top. One last play, maybe 2, but likely one last play for the Bears. Now, I'll ask you. It's 2nd down.
Yep.
Do you do a quick 4 or 5 yard out to try to get a little bit more yards and then run your last play? Or do you, because if you throw it in the end zone here, it's it. That's the last play.
Here's the thing. It's a tough situation for Stonington because, Windham's always been traditionally 2-man high on situations like this where these guys really are going to jam off the line. So to run an out route, you got to be really perfect. You got to press that corner and get him out of the way. So that might be a tough play. Something with a wheel, something that could cause a disruption in the man principle, a crossing pattern, could be a survivable play.
If they have a timeout left, you could run the little 5-yard sit-down timeout.
I don't know. I still have trauma with the out and up.
McGugan headset and clipboard. Carter to throw. Throws it. Has a man. Diving catch. Incomplete.
Oh, Casey.
2 seconds remaining. Cooper Light had a chance, but the ground dislodged it. One last play.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just saw a miracle here. Casey jumped out the window to make sure he had a perfect angle, and I had to hold him by his ankles, but unbelievable play there, Casey. Oh, man.
Timeout, and right there says it all about Stonington. Headset on, clipboard on, crutch on the left side. Patrick McGugan is taking part in diagramming what's happening here for this Bears team. So here's the stage. The down doesn't matter because it's 2 seconds remaining in the game. The ball sits at the 22-yard line.
Yeah.
Stonington needs to score or it's over. And if they score, we're going to find out if they're kicking it or going for two.
Yeah. Right here, both teams are showing a lot of love and affection for each other. This is what's really special. Who has the biggest one? I don't think both teams really, they're not losers in this game, but we do have to have a winner. And this play right now might set the tone to see what happens.
Last play of the game. Jaden Carter and the Bears are at the 22-yard line. Carter, plenty of time, nothing there. Rolls left, avoids pressure, needs to throw, throws to the end zone. What's the signal? Complete.
Complete to number 9, Jacob Trade.
But short of the goal line, and that is it. Windham holds on. He must have been a yard shy as time expires.
That is a close one. I know we're going to have Brother Wappy try to get an instant replay on that. That was really close. But what a game. Oh, my God. 2 bottles of Pepto-Bismol. Go ahead, brother.
Holds on 13-6.
Wow. Trying to see if we can get that replay soon, but I'm just totally in shock. The effort of both teams tonight showed a lot of valor. I mean, these guys, don't hang your heads down, Stonington. You guys are resilient. Coaching staff did a great job to set up a great defensive system there tonight against a good team.
Let's take a look at the last play of the game. Carter had nothing left, heaves it downfield, and it's caught at the 2-yard line.
There it is, my brother, 2-yard line.
So Trey caught it, but he couldn't get to the end zone, and that is how we finish it. What a game.
No doubt, Case.
13-6.
That was a great game.
Now, you want to stay tuned to all of our social media. We'll have head coach for Windham as well as our Philomena's player of the game and the Scient Federal Credit Union play of the game, all available on the social medias at Game Day C2. CT, let's find out who the Philomena's player of the game is, who gets the Sporties player of the game day shirt. You'll find out at Game Day CT on all of our social medias. Next week, Waterford High School, the Lancers and the Colonels should be a good one. This one, very exciting as Windham, 99 yards to win it.
Man,
holds on
drive.
for dear life against the Bears. To all involved, thank you very much for listening. For the coach, Pasta,
always, brother, love you.
Sanabria, and Peter Wappy and the crew, I'm Casey O'Neill. What a night. The Whippets run home happy. You've been watching Game Day live on theday.com.